Welcome in, have a seat. Kick back and relax, cause it's that time of the week. How's your day? Was it great? Well, it'll get better with Otalku Cafe. Take a sip of nostalgia, let the memories bloom. All these stories in my head are gonna make me go boom. Kick back and relax, turn the volume to the max, bob your head until you're dead. Yeah! Yeah! Kick back and relax, turn the volume to the max, bob your head until you're dead. Yeah!
Konbanwa, friends, and good evening, and welcome to the official winter finale for Otaku Cafe. We have a couple reviews. We'll have Chris and Starman here, and for the first part, it's going to be just Otaku Cafe Staff Awards. I am Matt, your CEO and head chef, and joining me, Ethan. What's going on, buddy? How you doing?
I'm so full. I had 5 guys before I came on here, so like literally it's all just sitting in my chest.
And then the burgers.
Yes, I had a burger. It's a damn good burger. I spent an arm and a leg because I door dashed it, of course.
So it was $50 for that one burger.
About half, yeah. About half of that.
My goodness.
I blow my money like a fucking seed. I'll give you a quick story.
Sure, go ahead.
I know we got a long fucking show. But the other night I had insomnia.
Okay.
Couldn't sleep for shit, right? Could not sleep. And I don't know why I decided to think of Japanese baseball, but I thought of Japanese baseball. And so then I looked up, okay, Japanese baseball teams. And I looked and I was like, I want to find a team I can root for. And I went down the list and I'm like, I remember. I was watching Solo Travel on YouTube, which is like this guy. He makes funny, like, he doesn't talk ever in his videos, and he does Japanese travel videos where he travels across Japan, exploring, spending a lot of money on like the more like luxurious like accommodations you can get in Japan. And he writes like subtitles in English, and they're fucking hilarious. But anyway, he went to a Giants game, which is the Japanese team that plays in the Tokyo Dome. And so I decided to look up teams, and I was like, I don't really like any of the teams. I don't want to be a Giants fan because everybody's a Giants fan. You know, and I thought about, what if I was a fan of the Carps, Tetsuya Naito's team? But then I saw the mascot and I was like, it's some little Japanese boy. Didn't really catch my attention. But I found my team because it had two cute Kumas.
That's amazing.
It had 2 cute bears as the mascots. And then actually, no, I lied. They're not bears. They're eagles. 2 cute eagles. The Tohoku Rakuten Eagles. And I started reading about them and everything, and I was like, all right, I can get with this. Also, Tohoku, if you recognize the name, that's the prefecture location that the 2011 earthquakes were in. So, I felt even better, like supporting the team. And I was like, all right, cool. So I spent $88 on 2 jerseys that I'm getting shipped from Japan, and I spent another $60 on a hat that was imported from Japan in America. That I cannot get. So I spent a fuck ton of money to become a new fan of this Japanese baseball team, thanks to my insomnia, where I didn't go to bed till 4 a.m. had to wake up at 7.
Sounds good. I can't wait to see them.
Oh yeah, it'll be fun. But yeah, that's my random story of the week.
That's always a good thing. What you call it? We had a couple of things. We won't be too long with news and reviews because it's only like about 2 things.
Yep.
The Tokyo Revengers creator is making a new manga, a new supernatural delinquent manga.
Oh, Well, I mean, it's better news than hearing the Tokyo Revengers creator got arrested and convicted on like child porn charges, like another one way back, huh?
Yeah.
They got that much going for it. Let's start.
Yeah, this will be called Astro of Wishes. So no,
Astro, like the Houston Astros.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rascal Does Not Dream light novel is ending in October. The story is over.
That is sad.
So maybe this next season will be the last season.
How depressing.
We will see. Also, Anime Trending had their Winter Awards. Have you seen the winners?
No.
Well, I'm going to tell you. Let me talk to you.
Let me talk to you. Yeah.
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 There wasn't many because not that many categories, but let's get right to it.
Okay.
Best OP, Mashal for Bling Bang Bang Born.
I'll talk about that later.
So that's roughly so with 2,099 votes.
Okay.
Best ED is Dangers in My Heart.
Okay.
And the amount of votes for that one is I cannot see.
It doesn't matter the amount of votes for that one, Matt.
Yep, pretty much, yeah. But also in Anime Corner, Dangers in My Heart won 13 awards. My goodness.
Oh my god.
Yeah. 13.
Hey, is this and this is the same list that you would share weekly in the group, right?
We share. No, I share Anime Trending. I believe Sean shares Anime Corner.
Regardless, they were all ranked high.
Yeah, it was a sweep.
That's crazy.
The whole fucking time.
I mean, it's a great anime. It's a 5-star anime,
yeah.
But to sweep all the awards, I feel is ludicrous. I don't feel like there's an anime on the planet that would sweep every award.
Yeah, this has never happened before. This is a first time ever. But yeah, for Anime Corner, it got Best Anime, Best Girl, Best Boy, Best Couple, Supporting Girl, Romance, Adaptation, Slice of Life, Ending, Soundtrack, Voice Cast, and Male and Female Voice Actors.
What's left?
Whatever, not genres. So it's not. So no, it didn't get comedy. It didn't get adventure. It didn't get action.
What the?
But it felt like anything it was in, it won. Well, no, I don't think it got OP. No, it didn't get OP. It did not get OP.
Oh my god.
My goodness.
Good God, sir.
That's what I said. Best sci-fi or mecha, Urusei Yatsura. And that is with not many votes. No Metallic Rouge either. It's not going to be in the year or even in the wild card.
Okay.
So
good.
Yeah. Best Slice of Life, Banish Heroes Season 2. Best Supernatural, Blue Exorcist. Best Action or Adventure, Solo Leveling.
Okay.
Best Comedy, Dangers in My Heart Season 2.
Okay.
Drama, Seventh Time Loop. The villain enjoys the carefree life married to her worst enemy.
Okay.
Best Fantasy, Delicious in Dungeon. I was happy for that one.
Wonderful.
Best Romance, Dangers in My Heart. Best Supporting Boy, Patrick Ashburton from Villainous Level 99. Best Supporting Girl, Kana Ichikawa from Dangers in My Heart Season 2.
That's a lie.
Lack of Yubel. I'm upset.
That's a lie.
Best Couple or Ship, Kyotaro and Anna from Dangers in My Heart.
Okay.
And of course, Best Female, Anne Yamada. Best Male, Ichikawa. And Anime of the Season, Dangers in My Heart, with 22,822 votes. And second place is 13,873 votes, and that is Seven Time Loop. It beat Soul Leveling by 150.
That's close.
So, Dangers of My Heart, Time Loop, Solo Leveling, and Classroom Season 3 are going to qualify for Anime of the Year next year.
Was Classroom of the Elite really? Do you really see that getting anywhere? Or no?
I'm kind of surprised. I do enjoy. I figured I was kind of expecting Mashal or Sign of Affection, but none of them qualify. The only wild card is Villainous Level 99, which is apparently a dark horse that none of us have watched.
Interesting.
Yeah. So. Fifth place with those 99. Sign of Affection 6th place. Hokkaido 7th. Mashal 8th place. Wrong Way to Use Healing Magic 9th place, and Dr. Elise 10th place.
I'm glad Dr. Elise got some love. I'll take it.
Yeah, there you go.
I'll take it.
But no, congrats to everyone that has won. Plenty of people that are qualifying for the next year. We're not going to be talking about the spring shows, but we have seen some, and so far,
you've seen many more than I have. I've seen a combined like 4. You know what I did do, Matt? I'll tell you what I did do. I did catch up on Sandland. Did manage to successfully do that. So, except not today's episode. Did not watch today's episode, but I did catch up on Sandland, so we're good there.
Yep.
And that's really about it because I've been lax because WrestleMania weekend took precedence over anime.
Yeah, WrestleMania weekend was a thing, and great.
Night 2 was infinitely better than Night 1.
Yeah, that was wrestling.
That was wrestling.
Yeah, especially
that was wrestling.
Storytelling. Seth Rollins sacrificed himself to correct the mistakes he made, created a monster in Roman Reigns after 10 years.
Indeed, sir. Indeed.
So, loved it. And the right man won. I'm happy for Cody Rhodes. And he fucking made $1 million just by himself in merchandise.
That's fucking nuts, dude.
Right?
And they keep promoting the video game. Can you imagine the video game, dude?
Yeah, imagine the AEW video game.
I own it, so I'm not gonna talk shit, but
yeah, and of course, release the cuts of the all-in footage. Oh my god,
that's fucking nuts.
It's stupid. It's fucking stupid.
I mean, I just don't see what there is to gain.
There is nothing to gain. It's basically, sure, you know what, Punk may look like an ass, but fine, who cares? Like, oh, he couldn't really fight. Guess what? So how does Tony Khan fear for his life then? If he's something like be like slipped up in a fight or some shit.
I don't even know. But did you see like they had a promo for it and they had like it looks like it was done from a cell phone. So it wasn't even like a security cameras. It was done from a cell phone. So I don't know. I have a feel like they said that it's going to be real. It's not going to be doctored. That's
but either way, I see no benefit. It's the people that already don't like CM Punk. They're already not going to like him. So it's going to change.
Damn, Sean got some short shorts on. For those who don't know, Sean is off camera right now.
Yeah, he's on standby because
I look down real quick because I see movement and I see this motherfucker is wearing the shortest fucking shorts.
Yeah, that's right. Let me see you. But let's get to it. You didn't have any more finales, right?
No, I've only caught up on Tsukimichi and Sandland. So
okay, I only have one finale, and that's Bucchigiri. The battle between Matakara and Arjun is finally underway. Senya has fused with Arjun, so it's time for this clash.
Mm-hmm.
They're fighting. You mostly see it as Senya and Ichiya. Ichiya basically just upset at Senya for like always like holding back when like hundreds of years ago when they were like practicing and fighting.
Yeah.
So basically, like my joke to you, I think he wanted like he did all Ichiya wanted from Senya was to fight him for real.
Yeah.
Eventually, he got it. Senya won, but Madakara's like inner darkness was able to consume Ichiya, and now Madakara is fighting as himself, basically.
Yeah.
And he's beating the shit out of them.
Right.
And in his inner subconscious is this Madakara. There's still like this empty loneliness feeling. And like Arjun actually sees that like you're not like you're not alone yet. Fucking idiot, basically.
Right.
Baka. Yeah, but basically, like, yeah, you know what? You may have lost your brother, but you really haven't. Also, on the other side, we finally see Jasmine. We finally see this thing the teacher has been hitting on this whole time. And it's a cat. It was a cat. This white fur ball, and he took it from the cat cafe thing. Like, kidnapped it.
Interesting.
Yeah. And of course, that fucking Neko waiter guy was following him, chasing him. The cat ran away from them. And what does this fucking waiter do? When the teacher was upset after Trapano looked at his cat, like, hey, by the way, we have another cat.
Oh my god.
I was like, oh my fucking god. But going back to the fight, Arajin was able to beat Madakara. Madakara is like finally snapped out of it. Senya and Ichiya are gone from their bodies. And Arajin and Madakara are friends again. All's well that ends well. I gave it a 3.25.
Okay.
But there were some fun moments, but the characters are just bland as fuck.
Okay. Makes sense.
So I just couldn't. Thankfully, there's no more. Like, that's it.
Was it mid, Matt?
A bit mid, yeah, kind of
A
mid.
bit.
Kind of mid. Also, there was an after credit. Monokai's brother is alive. He wasn't dead, even though they said he was dead a couple episodes ago. But he was just fucking comatose. But he's awake. He is awake.
All right.
So happy ending there. All right. Now our only finale together: Witch and the Beast.
A good one, at least.
A good one. It was a continuation with the flashback episode with the executioners and what you call it. Asha was telling Gideon to basically go help her. She's like, why? She's evil. The Falvel.
Right.
Why? And of course, Falvel's brother, I believe, is dead. Onet. Yeah, Onet is dead. God ceased to exist.
Mm-hmm. Gone.
So yeah, Falvel's upset, and Gideon tries to go there, and Gideon gets her ass kicked by the other executioner. Because also Asha told Gideon, like, hey, there's a way to break the curse, like, but like you gotta trust me, and to do that, you gotta save this girl.
Right.
Eventually, when Gideon's getting her ass kicked, Asha eventually shows up. And what's that? What's his name again?
Which one?
Falvel. Sorry.
Pablo, yeah.
Retreats for Gideon, and she kisses her.
Yep.
Kisses Gideon.
For the first time, we see the kiss in action.
And we find out there is a reason for that.
Yep.
It's a temporary way to break Gideon's curse.
Yep.
And Gideon goes into her beast form.
Yep.
And so you just see a clean house with the executioners.
Right.
Like done. It's like the kind of disappear type of thing.
Right.
Right. And it doesn't last long because we find out it's a temporary thing, and you could only do it one time. With that one
Per witch.
One per witch. So she can't make out with her Meg Uglies to do it again. Like it's over.
So, like, does it work similar to Tales of Wedding Rings? You would think, like, all right, a kiss unseals it. Like, what if you put a finger in? You know, what if you do a little toto lick? Like,
probably
last longer. You can only do it once with a woman, but does it last longer?
I'm gonna assume no.
You're gonna assume no.
I'm gonna assume no. I think it's just the kiss. I think it is just the kiss. What you call it? Yeah, Asha was explaining this to Gideon, and they're like, "Hey, I think I know about your curse. Like, how about we work together?"
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and by the way, Onet is alive again because after the kiss also worked for Falville as well. So she did her voice spells basically.
Yep.
And made someone fucking like Hakai disappear, erase.
Right.
I was like, holy shit. But yeah, everyone happy ending there. Asha was able to help them. That's we see the partnership forming. And we go to current time.
Yep.
And he's healed up. And where were they go? And what was the next destination, Ethan?
To Dimension 4, because we learn basically they head off to what's called the void, and as they go into the void, Asaf and talks to Godot, and basically it reveals that not only does the order have the ability to travel across the continent, it has the ability to travel through, in essence, different dimensions, and they're going to what, as I mentioned, the fourth world. And so they head down into the void. They end up meeting I guess they have a concierge there explaining to them what it is, explaining the dangers. This is one of the more dangerous worlds that is available. They understand. They head to a tailor and they tell the tailor, hey, we need 10 pairs of clothes in all black. And the tailor is like, you know what all black means, right? And he's like, yeah, we're aware. We don't know what all black is. That doesn't get revealed. However, at the end, we see them in new clothes, and it looks like kind of old British style from like the late 1800s, early 1900s, we'd say, Matt.
Yeah.
About
around
where,
there, yeah.
Around there, yeah.
Like
and as they open the door to this portal, Asaf looks at Godot and tells Godot, how do you feel about your clothes? Godot's like, oh, it's uncomfortable. I just want to tear them up. And then Asaf is like, you'll have plenty of times to tear them up. As he opens the door, he's like, welcome to door 4, the world that's inhabited by vampires. End season.
Yeah. No, this was fun.
I'm excited. And I never get excited over vampires. Vampires aren't really my thing, despite the fact that I picked up a vampire anime for this season. But nonetheless, that's an interesting twist. The different dimensions, the different types of mythical creatures, perhaps in every dimension.
Maybe. I don't know. But no, I'm intrigued.
Yeah.
I gave it a solid 4.
I give it a weaker 4. Still a 4.
Yeah, but no, very happy with it. There's no season 2 announcement yet, so I hope that
better be.
Yeah, that's fucking better be.
Better be. You guys got me back on board. God dang it.
We did get you back.
I'll talk about it in my top 10. Spoiler alert.
Yeah. Like I said, we are just waiting on 2 people now because we're basically ready.
Yep.
I even sent the thing.
One was in and then one left. I'm sorry for all the fidgeting, by the way. You guys might have heard, Matt might have seen. I was trying, my office lamp somehow got disconnected. So another brief story. My entire house, more or less, except for my office light itself, because it has no feature, and the spare room feature, because I thought that was a pain in the ass for guests that stay in the spare room. All the lights are connected to Philips Hue. And I had a discount code on the Google store, and they didn't have the Philips Hue light. So I went with their offshoot brand, which is Nanoleaf. I think it's actually not done by Philips, but it's done by another actual decent, well-known company. But it's the Nanoleaf, and it got disconnected somehow between my office and my Google and my phone. So I had to try and reconnect it, but it was giving me problems. So all that clicking you heard was me trying to reset the light, and then I had to add the light, unscrew the bulb because I don't know where the packaging is. I have to scan the QR code, add it to the application, add it to Apple Home because it has that functionality to cross connect there. So yeah, I'm trying to get a different light besides purple. I don't know. What do they call that? An Easter egg. If you look at any of our recordings for the past, I think 2 seasons, definitely at minimum this season, I always have a purple hue on my face, and that is because of the fact that I don't have light or I don't have the ability to change the light color. So now I'm getting that. I'm updating the firmware as we speak. So different colors on my face as we go along. And with that said,
hello and welcome.
Oh shit! Oh,
what is our barista, our entertainment man,
I don't have
aka Starman, and the man that provides excellent service, the one guy who watches girls band cry. Chris, how you two doing today?
I'm doing great.
Matt, instead of winter awards, we should have renamed this the gushing season.
Bro, stop.
Hey, look. It's peak. We get it. We understand.
Yes. Sean, did you just do a skin routine? Because goddamn, your face is shinier than a motherfucker.
Yeah, I have a Korean skincare routine.
Jesus Christ. Shining.
You know, he's glowing. Let him feel the glow.
Bro, he's got more glow than a pregnant woman. God dang.
Bro, I told y'all I was a star, man. I'm a star. How can I not shine?
Yes.
Fine. We make fun of
Fair,
people in the
fair.
paparazzi that look like that.
You know.
But once again, guys, thank you guys for joining us.
Omerito gozaimasu.
Just hooking up all them damn cameras got me like sweating in this motherfucker. That's really what it was. Like,
You're the
trying
only extra motherfucker that want to fucking hook up multiple cameras, fool.
I only got one camera. I'm talking about like I couldn't get my mic to work because I'm using a different speaker, and the speaker I use, I kind of realized like, oh shit, okay, nah, I got.
Yeah, I like the background though. I like it.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's really simple. I can
Is that where you
rearrange it different ways, but this is what you're getting tonight.
Is that where you shoot your porn?
My porn? Nah, I haven't shot any porn in years, bro.
The keyword is he had shot porn though.
Jeez.
I had a video on Pornhub once, but that's a different conversation for a different day.
Whoa.
Down the end.
Wild. It's lit.
But gentlemen, the winter season is officially over. Spring has started to blossom. And we have some food items, drink items to give out for the season because it's no longer just cakes. We will give out some cakes. Not all the cakes, though. So we got that, the drinks, appetizers, entrees.
You got it.
Yeah, we'll do it here right for everybody.
Okay,
Are you all ready to begin?
As ready as we're ever gonna be.
ready as I can get, man.
Yeah,
All
buddy.
right.
I've been excited for this for like 2 weeks, but we had to wait because of life. But you know,
Yeah.
I've been on it, boy. Let's go.
This one cake will stay forever. The Christmas cake, aka most disappointed anime of the season. Chris, what you got, buddy?
Oh man, my most disappointing show of the season is Dr. Elise.
What? Oh my
hated-
god!
I really hated how they kept shoving stupid reasoning into this show.
What stupid reasoning?
Okay.
Violence.
Look,
Let's
I've been talking about this ever since while I was watching it.
And you don't talk to me because I'm over here in the fucking group chat like, oh, I love Dr. Elise. She's
No,
saving
no,
motherfuckers.
he was like,
I wanted this reaction. I wanted this reaction.
Yeah, he wanted. He was saving it. He was saving it for these weeks for you.
What do you think I said when you asked me like a couple months back if I what I thought about Dr. Elise? I said I think some things about it.
I didn't even remember. I drank a lot of alcohol in that time. Easy to forget.
My whole problem with Dr. Elise is so you're expected this girl who grew up in fantasy world. Don't remember the world. I'm just excited to finally talk about
You're
this.
mustard over here about this shit. Goddamn.
Yeah. You're expected us to see this girl die by circumstances that we haven't seen yet. Go to Japan, learn to be a doctor, then regress to way before any of this horrible shit happened with all her knowledge that still is relevant in this.
There's a
fantasy.
lot more insulting things that have happened in anime than that.
Yeah, but they have fucking magic.
So
Why can't we have like if they were gonna keep that premise? Why couldn't we have magic doctors and her bringing in her non-magic knowledge on medicine to solve everything? Like, why does this fantasy world know about like all these Japanese terms for fucking saving the for medicine?
because it's in Japanese. That's how you watch the show.
No, but why didn't they come up with like shitty fake fantasy names for cancer? Why do they have diabetes? Why do they know what diabetes is? I'm surprised they don't have a fucking EKG.
Because
in
this
it.
is logic that we don't get to see in anime because we have fucking anime.
He said
that,
like
like,
EKG.
Yeah, like bro, like this is all the shit that like if you look at animes, right? I doubt you would see something like this in like a Konosuba, right? Since it's coming up tomorrow, right? You're not gonna see this in
wherever
a
they saw it,
Konosuba,
so.
but any other realistic anime that happened on Earth in some capacity that involve regular human beings that live regular human lives for the most part. That's all relevant. It's just not relevant to the story, so nothing to be had. I'm sure there's old people dying of cancers and heart attacks and shit in like other anime. It's just not relevant.
It just seems really lazy. They could have done more. and they just decided to throw in this plot point where, oh, hey, the king wants this girl to marry the prince when she doesn't want to anymore. And the
That's
only way
different too, because she reverted back. She was literally one person, and then she reverts back in time with a whole new like personality, and then shit gets flipped. She had worked to get to that point with the king, so she can do that, but she, unbeknownst to everybody else, flipped the script because of her change. So
yeah,
that
but
I
the fact that
understand.
he forces it so hard, like, oh, you keep going behind my back with all these stupid with these stupid schemes, and when I finally am able to like actually get out of it, you're gonna just announce it to everyone so they can see that it's happening when I don't want it to happen. It's just I don't like it. It's just forcing way too much in this 12 episode show. And I don't know if the manga's the same, but like it if it is, I'm definitely not reading it.
Whew.
Man, Chris, what the fuck? We just started.
What?
I love it. I love it now. I love it now.
What I'm talking about?
No, this is good. He just didn't bring out chicken this season.
At least it's not unseasoned chicken, motherfucker. Okay,
It's over seasoned.
Ooh.
over seasoned better than no seasoning.
Maybe.
The worst thing you do is you just scrape some of the seasoning off. Just
Oh no. Under season, you can. I don't know, bro. You can always put some sauce or some under seasoned chicken. Once you put you can't take away salt, bro. Once you put it on there, it's there.
It's on there. It's cooked in there.
But I don't know, Chris. I like how Chris came in with the violence. That was it. That was it. Bro,
That was all the way.
The piece lasted all of 10 seconds.
Bro,
What disappointing anime you thought?
All right, Starman, what about you?
most disappointing. I ain't gonna hold y'all, man. Metallic Rouge did not end how I wanted it to be. Like, I was really disappointed because that's one show, like, more than any other, I was looking forward to like Metallic Rouge like being this sci-fi epic, right? It was the 25th anniversary of the studio. Like, it was major. Like, it looked great. It was a same day dub. They had great voice actors. And it was even political. I felt like this was the type of subject matter that Trigger would probably take on, when it comes to discrimination, sci-fi, explosions. But when it came down to to a lot of the action, to the fights, I was completely underwhelmed. Like, outside of the first episode, like the action in the show was just so lackluster. It was just completely like, man. There was never a point where I was just like, the first few episodes, I was excited to come back because I knew it was gonna crank up. I knew it was gonna like just keep going and elevating. And I didn't expect for this show to peak in like 3-4 episodes. Like, it failed. Not failed, but after the initial 3, well, I was like, okay, I'm not dropping this. I'm definitely watching it. It stagnated at that point. It hit a peak and it just mellowed out on cruise control. And it, even with the finale, it never really like caught its theme, man. So I was really disappointed in that.
I didn't pick that, Starman, but I totally agree with your assessment. I just, like I was saying on the podcast multiple weeks, I just don't care. I think they lost me, and then I just didn't give a shit. Like, what was happening? My disappointment of the season is Fire Hunter season 2. There we go. I hope that like we got something from this. Season 1 was just as dull, but it gave me enough intrigue to like, all right, let's see how season 2 goes. Same thing like what Starman said with Metallic Rouge. Like, when you get enough of something, it leaves you like thinking like, okay, like it can't get worse. Like, okay, there's room for progression. Like, you can kind of get an idea. It was very mysterious, which gave it some allure, but it just did not deliver at whatsoever. The story felt so incoherent, inconsequential. There were way too many characters that were trying to fit into what Chris tried to say about fucking Dr. Elise with all like the bits and pieces that didn't make any sense. Like it did not click. Everything they did in that show did not click. The only thing that I liked that you didn't even like, Matt, were the actual like single shot visuals that looked like they were like painted on like oil canvas.
That was fucking AI, man. No.
I liked it because I was like, oh, it looks like an oil canvas painting. Someone like really took their time and meticulously did it, even if it was AI. But still, that was like the only piece I think that I enjoyed. Other than that, I am beyond grateful that we're not going to get anything else. That ending was atrocious, made no fucking sense, was not satisfying at all. Yeah, this is actually one of the worst anime that I've completed in a very, very, very long time.
Yeah, I didn't have Fire Hunter for mine because I knew it was gonna be disappointed either way. I didn't have any high hopes for it to get better. In fact, got worse compared to season one. And for mine, disappointed season, it's not bad. It's not even a bad anime. It's Metallic Rouge. It had one of the best premieres. I was very excited for it. I love the soundtrack. I like the sci-fi feel of it, everything. And as Starman said, with the politicalness of it, it was just very dull. Like the writing and the fights were just.
It was worse than Tacto P. And I love Tacto P until the end, but this topped it as worse.
I can't say that. I can't say that. I cannot say that at all. Whoa.
You don't agree that this is worse than Tacto P?
No, but Metallic Rouge, I didn't hate it. I'll get to it later. Metallic Rouge won awards. It was an award-winning anime of the season. It disappointed me, but by no means was I like did it suck? You know what I'm saying? It was just mid.
Yeah. Oh no, you can't say that. Negative thing.
That deserves mid.
Oh no, like I wanted to elevate more than what we got from the first couple episodes. It just never reached that, and it was just a giant nothing burger taking a bite out of it. So yeah, Metallic Rouge are just disappointed for me. All right, moving on. Let's get to some beverages. Let's go with some cola. It's regular good old cola.
I love
best soundtrack. Chris.
I'm gonna give it to Dungeon Meshi.
Okay. All right.
I like how the OST made us feel like we're calculated the scenes for why can't I be more like how I was with Dr. Elise with all this other shit? God damn it. I hated that show with a passion. Yeah, I really like how the music for Dungeon Meshi sucked you into. You're with Laios and all the crew go through the dungeon. It just pulled me in.
Okay. Starman.
Man, to keep it a bug with y'all, man. My favorite soundtrack of the season, I told you guys probably every week, it was Metallic Rouge. Like that same vein. The Metallic Rouge soundtrack, like it's cool when you watching it because you feel it. But one day I just got on Tidal and I just sat there and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna listen to the soundtrack. And I probably didn't turn that shit off for like 4 days straight. 4 days.
Well, qualify that far, man. Let them know that you pay for the high definition, super audio quality version of Tidal, so that matters when you listen to music.
And I'm an artist, so I get it 50% off. Because my music's on there. But Metallic Rouge, the soundtrack, Metallic Rouge soundtrack was incredible. Like all the music in the show was everything I wanted Top OP Destiny to be. It was just like they didn't center music here, but from like the only thing I didn't like about the soundtrack is the OP and the ED were not a part of the soundtrack. It's just the score and the background music. But man, all the themes, Like it's I swear, bro, that shit sound like some Mike Dean, Travis Scott shit. Like on some of them beats with the synths that they do, that shit just go crazy. Like soundtrack wise, it's just straight up synth pop, like 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 cyberpunk shit, bro. It is amazing. It is one of the best soundtracks I've heard from anime in years.
All right, very good.
I don't disagree with that sentiment. It was up there for me as an option,
Yeah.
for sure. Best soundtrack track. Sorry, Freeing. I chose Freeing as mine.
Okay.
There's just something about Starman's point about the soundtrack. Like, yeah, the soundtrack was amazing. I don't dispute that at all. But there's something about when you have a good soundtrack where it fits in with the actual action and the settings and the scenes. That's what gravitates me when I think of like best soundtrack. And I really felt that with Freeing, it was very simple, but everything they did fit. Every action scene fit. Every like scene where they're casually traveling fit. The music when they're like being unserious versus really serious, that fits. The OP during the first half of Freeing was sensational. The OP for the second half was okay, not bad by any stretch of the imaginations. Wasn't as good as the first season, but still pretty solid. And then the ED was one of my favorite EDs throughout the last couple seasons as well. So yeah, I thought Freeing nailed it for everything that encompasses making that anime superb. One of the key pieces is having a good soundtrack, and I thought Freeing did that exceptionally well.
Okay. For me, it was also Metallic Rouge. It was very fun. I dug it. It really did set the tone for everything else because that was one of the main positives I had for the show. It was the soundtrack. Soundtrack hit. I listened to it a few times. I very much enjoyed it. So yeah, Metallic Rouge, 2 awards in a row.
One good, one bad.
Yes.
You can qualify it.
Alrighty, now for the Ice-T Best OP, Chris.
My best OP. I fought with this one so hard. There were
Yeah.
so many good fucking openings this season. I really hated that I could not pick Bump of Chicken, Sleepwalking Orchestra.
I almost picked this.
I instead chose Love Call, the opening for Undead Unluck.
All right.
Cool.
One for Undead Unlocked. Nice.
Starman,
He's on mute.
does he hear us?
No, I think he hears us.
Is he
I think
trying to
he's
find
doing
his
something.
award?
I think he's messing with something. Yeah, he's
May
talking.
You
not
want to
hear.
get back to him when he gets back?
Might as well.
We could do that. Go ahead, Ethan.
I wanted Starman on here for when I made this. So the actual award I picked for me is Apothecaries. I picked Apothecaries because something that Starman taught me of all things is when you look at the visuals of the OP to go along with the song itself. I think those are two distinctive characteristics that should matter. The OP for Apothecaries is a really solid song, no doubt. But I think that the visuals that encompass that piece are really, really, really exceptional and lay out a great groundwork for everything that you have seen, will see, and then things that you may not see in the show that aren't pertinent, but still add to the character of the show, add to the character of the characters that you're seeing unfolding on your screen. And I thought that mattered the most. However, I want to qualify this by saying, although I picked Apothecaries for the award, and I picked it mostly because of the visuals that accompany the good song, it's not the best song of the season. I gave that to a show that I didn't even fucking watch, and that is motherfucking Creepy Nuts. That fucking song has transcended anime like no other this season. It is a global song. It is a global song. If you go on socials, you'll see so many different reels and little short videos that have Creepy Nuts' what is it, Bling Blang Boom or whatever the fuck it's called.
Bling bam bam bling bam bam bon.
It is fucking so catchy, so great. I've seen the OP like visual like of the actual like show itself, and that fits. That's fucking great. God, that's a fucking great ass song. That is a great song. Creepy Nuts for the fucking win. They are hot right now. They are hot. They are to me almost Lisa hot. That stretch where Lisa could not miss. That's Creepy Nuts, I think, right now in anime.
Alrighty. Is Starman still going? Is he still there with us?
He's so busy.
Let me see. Remove, add. He's moving.
Yeah, he's doing something.
All right, let's put him back where he was. Remove. There we go. I feel better now. I feel better now.
Oh, so you want to? Oh, now he's gone.
Okay. My OP for me is also Mashal. I fucking loved it. It was just so fucking good. It bling bum bum bling bum bum bum.
Yeah, it's fucking great.
No, it was catchy as fuck. I loved it. I really wanted to give it to. There he is again.
I switched it for you.
All right, thank you.
You good, Starman? All right. Maybe not.
Keep going, Matt.
Maybe we'll be on the live episode of Talk. All right, eat the cake. Eat the. Keep fucking up on Otalku Cafe.
But yeah, no, OP was Mashal, so that was.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah,
Starman,
yeah,
did you not hear my diatribe about it?
I lost sound,
Oh, like that.
but
Bro, I picked the complicated for my award and
But,
then went off and said that Mashal was the best song by bar none for the season. And I didn't even watch Mashal.
are you talking OPs?
yeah,
OPs. What's your
yeah.
OP of the season?
Chris got Undead Unluck Core 2.
Best OP for the season was Metallic Rouge.
Okay.
Metallic Rouge OP. I'm not counting nothing from Mashal because I haven't seen Mashal this season. I didn't watch Mashal this season, so nothing from Mashal is going to get included in none of my countdown. That's not to say I haven't heard it or don't want to give it its credit. It's just that I heard Metallic Rouge OP 13 weeks straight. I've heard Mashal's OP straight. No matter how big it is on TikTok and Instagram and it's everywhere, bro, I watched it dub and they didn't give me episode 1 until the season finale dropped. So because of that, Mashal is not going to be on none of my lists. It didn't make none of my awards because honestly, I haven't even seen it. So I can't even be fair and just throw it in there and just say, hey, I heard this theme song 2 times. It's the best one. You the best, you know.
I did that. So wait, Matt, so if we're gonna be doing that, so can I go back and watch what was the one vampire one that you loved?
Vanitas?
Yeah, can I go back and watch Vanitas during a season and then just include it in my top 10?
Yeah, whatever the fuck you want. No, fucking no. Like, fucking no.
No,
Starman's doing it. Why can't I?
well, it's like this, bro. I accept the fact that, hey, man, like next season, I'm gonna have to count spring anime. Like Mashal, unfortunately, no matter how much I liked it, I did not watch it this winter. I didn't watch it until after literally the first day of spring, bro. I that ain't fair, man. My integrity as an anime fan won't let me like just jump in. It's bro, because I'm gonna keep it a butt with you. If we keeping it a bean, Ninja Camel is in my top 3. If
we could have ranked Ninja Kami at this stage. Yeah, I would have put it 3. I would have put it 4. I would have put it 4.
But I can't. So
yeah, I would have put Ninja Kami 4. Honestly, if I could have counted it, I'll tell you right now.
I had it at 6.
I didn't watch it.
Chris, you haven't watched it?
No, I
No.
didn't watch it.
You watch all this fucking anime. You don't watch Ninja Kami?
everything Metallic Rouge was supposed to be.
Yes.
Put it that way.
Everything
I'll just shove My Hero off my list because I'm not.
My Hero's not till like next month, so
Yeah, you got bro. I watched fucking what's it called? 9 episodes of Sandland in like 2 days, and I
gotta catch all the way back up to Data Live in order to watch this season.
I mean, I finished Classroom of the Elite in a day.
Where's Ninja Kamui?
HBO Max.
I don't have that. That explains that one.
But you're gonna watch fucking Girls Band Cry illegally.
Yes, I will spend.
Yeah, that was important, dude. You don't understand. You don't understand.
You don't understand. Girls Band Cry was amazing and did everything Jellyfish could have ever dreamed of.
Wow, and I'm over here having fucking emotional diatribes today about fucking Jellyfish.
I need a drink.
All right, let's go. Let's go with the Boba Tea best ED. All right, Chris, go on.
So instead of I didn't have that much of a problem with my EDs like I did with my OPs, but instead of going with the usual hype opening, I went with Hokkaido Gal's Waya Waya Wa.
Okay.
It was comfy. I liked it.
All right. Okay.
Idol Girls EP was pretty dope. Honestly, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What about you, Starman?
No complaints.
Metallic Rouge, man. I keep telling y'all. Metallic. Oh, the OP, the ED, the soundtrack, all fire, bro. I love like just that song at the end. I never skipped it, bro. I love that song. Like, I was so mad. I was like, man, I found it on the soundtrack, like, on the singles. But yeah, I love it. I love it. I love that. I love all the music about that show. That music brings the score up.
It did. That's what saved it from getting below a 3 for me. Was the soundtrack and the visuals. So I feel that.
All right, Ethan, what about you? What's your ED?
Tales of Wedding Rings. No, not just because of the tits.
Yes,
and
it
the
is.
lingerie.
It's the
It is
lingerie.
not- no,
It's the camel toe. Like,
No, I
all for a
genuinely,
minute and a half.
I genuinely enjoyed the song. I genuinely enjoyed the song. On top
Alia's
of
a great fan, Matt.
No, I genuinely enjoyed the song along with the visuals. Again, same reason why I picked Apothecaries for the visuals that were really striking. Hey, Tales of Wedding Rings, pretty fucking striking to go along with the good song. So, I mean, I would have been freeing, but I counted freeing last season, didn't I?
Yeah. You didn't watch it. But
No, I watched the first.
you
I watched
started-
the first.
You started in winter. You started in winter.
Yeah, no, I started in winter, but I seen enough of the ED to make it realize, this is the best fucking
okay.
ED that is out there in that fucking season.
True.
Easily.
And it's the same one, it's just the second half of the song.
Yeah, it's the same one, just the second half of the song. So I mean,
I had a hard time for my ending, so I actually went with Witch and the Beast. I actually enjoyed it. I like the tone of it. Like, it was a nice beat. So I was like, you know what, something I can actually chill, relax to. So I enjoy it for that. That's one of the ones I listen to the most in terms of endings.
all right.
All right, let's get to some snacks. Let's get the Candy Fruit, aka Best Original. Chris, Best Original Anime.
Let's find my best original. Oh yeah, I was given such a great choice. I'm gonna go with Bucchigiri for this one.
Bucchigiri!
The wrestling episode just sold it for me. Before it was just like, okay, it's just gay baiting shonen. Is there anything else? And then once it got to the wrestling and more importantly the plot, I could look past a lot of the issues.
But you can't look past the ones for fucking Dr. Elise, huh?
No.
No. Show me Dr. Elise with getting in a ring and wrestling with like some assholes, then yeah, sure. I'll look past the issues.
Hopefully it happens. I would love it.
All right, Starman, what was your best original?
Rouge.
Yeah.
I feel like I gotta say, like, it don't want 4 straight awards. I told you this shit was gonna win awards. 4 straight awards. Biggest disappointment. Best soundtrack, best OP, best ED, best original. That's 5. It won.
How is it a disappointment if it's just winning?
Biggest disappointment. Still won 5 awards, bro. Like,
Let's go.
It didn't meet my expectations, but I have high expectations, bro. So,
Yeah, for real. You're the fucking like the Golden Globes nominee, like judge.
Man, 5 awards. Think about it. It's like 5 awards. Like, you would think like 5 awards. Like, how's it biggest disappointment? It's like, bro, it legit won 5 awards. Like, I have to give it its flowers, no matter how disappointing that shit.
Okay, anime corner, anime trending, whichever one it was.
I mean, if Witch and the Beast was original, I would have given it to that.
Unfortunately, not.
I'm surprised you didn't give it to
That'd
one.
be it.
I'm surprised you didn't give it to mine. I
Or
chose
Ninja
High Card.
Cowboy.
You chose what?
Oh, Ninja Cowboy.
Yeah, I'm surprised they picked Ninja Cowboy.
I didn't know it was eligible.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, okay. Well, shit. Well, damn.
Okay, well then, knowing that, then yeah, I'll pick Ninja Kami over High Card too. I picked High Card.
I mean, knowing that, I'll put Ninja Cowboy in now. If we doing that now, best original.
They count for awards. It's not in our top 10.
Oh, it war. Oh, because okay.
Yeah, because they're still the same. They're still the same. It's still the original anime. It still has the genre and all that shit.
It's still original. Okay, yeah. Ninja Cowboy then. Ninja Cowboy. I'm gonna reframe that. Ninja Cowboy was by far the best original. Shout out to you.
No, then I'll do that too. Fuck.
Yeah,
chose
that's what I did. So
Ninja Kamui. Okay, there we go. So
there
yeah,
you go. So 3 Ninja Kamui across the board.
yeah, nothing wrong with High Card. I love High Card. High Card was tremendous this season. I'll get into that when we get into our 13. But
yeah. All right, moving on. Watame, aka Best Adaptation. Chris.
what is Watame, Matt?
It's like a cotton candy.
Okay.
Yeah.
My best adaptation is Dangers of the Heart season 2.
All right.
And I'll go more into it during our top 13.
Okay.
I have a lot to say about that and another of the shows.
Sounds good. Starman.
Best adaptation. I ain't read none of this shit. I ain't watched none of this. But I'm if I got
Well, I guess best well written show in terms of a manga video game. We'll go with that. Like there's a what do you think is well written for you in terms of a
like I mean probably from what I've seen, they were able to bring sign language to life. So I'm gonna go with Signs of Affection, best adaptation. Like they were able to bring sign language to life. The only issue that I have with Signs of Affection is American Sign Language and Japanese Sign Language isn't the same thing. So the gestures that they were using, it's a lot. If you want to get real technical about some of the gestures that they were using, when you watch it in English, use your imagination. That's not what the hand gestures meant because it's in Japanese. But they have to dub the essence of it, not the actual literal translation of their hands. Otherwise, they would have had to reanimate the show and give it American Sign Language. But it's in Japan, so that would have made no sense. But because that effort and that little knowledge is in my brain, I'm like, Signs of Affection, man. It was a brilliantly adapted story. The colors, a lot of people complained about the lips, but I felt like now that you see why she reads lips, it was important for them to emphasize lips so they were readable. So they couldn't have these thin lips where the girl talk out the side of her face and shit. Like, no, they needed actual lips.
Okay. Ethan.
Yeah. But Starman said is why I chose it for another award we'll get to later. Adaptation, from everything I heard, freeing. I haven't heard anything negative about the adaptation that they did from that standpoint. Again, I'm not a manga reader, but just the principle of all the manga readers being hype about it. Yeah, freeing.
I also since I gave it to freeing last time, I gave this one to Dangers of My Heart season 2. Especially with everything that happened with these episodes and the finale, most of all, it's like, my goodness, man. I love them, man. So yeah, adaptation for that. We did skip an award, so we're going to go to that real quick. This will be for the Shako Banana. Best surprise. What was an anime you did not expect to be good, but exceeded your expectations? What surprise?
Man, if I'm going to talk about an anime that just came out of left field that no one fucking expected, what else could it be but gushing over magical girls?
Here we go.
I was wondering when you were going to do best surprise.
No, I forgot it for a second.
Is this the other show that you have a lot to say about, Chris?
Huh?
Is this the other show you have a lot to say about as we get into our 13?
Yes, of course.
Of course.
They're just JCs, guys. It's perfectly fine. We can move on now.
All right, Starman.
I said what Chris said. Gushing over magical girls, bro. Like, I dropped that show because I was like, bro, I ain't finna watch this shit. I was like, you know what? Let me give it another chance. And then
you keep going back.
Then you got to episode 7, and you're like, wait, what? They're actually showing this?
So no more. And then I just kind of stick my head back in and be like, all right, I'm gonna watch it, but I ain't gonna tell nobody I'm watching it.
But now you are on the air.
Oh no!
Yeah, surprise, bro. Gushing over magical girls was I don't know what to tell you.
Something.
It was definitely something.
It was an experience, if you will.
Oh.
All right, Ethan, go ahead.
Great surprise! Fuck you, Chris. Dr. Elise is my surprise. No, like Dude,
I
at
think
the end
that's
of the
worse
day-
than admitting you like watch Magical Girls.
I'm just saying, no, the Doctor Elise. It's just at the end of the day, the principle of the show is about a doctor saving lives. Sure, we have all the points that Chris didn't like, but all things considered, I have never seen an anime that brings like literal, like real life medical conditions and practices and things of that nature to life, and the way that it was done. I thought that was exquisite, and one of the reasons why I kept drawing me in every single week. So, Doctor Elise for the win.
For me, it was Delicious in Dungeon. This was not originally on my list. Starman recommended this to me, and I was just so curious. I was like, you know what? Fine, I'll tip my feet. I'll put my feet in the water, see what happens, and I fucking loved it. This would have been my top 5 if it finished, but unfortunately, it was not.
I'm glad you picked it up.
And I fucking love it. It's fantastic.
You be the only one watching it. I was just like, no, bro, you got to watch this shit.
I need the cookbook, and I already saw the items they're selling, so I'm gonna get the Senchi's knife and just start cutting stuff with this.
Nah, hey, I told him, I said, you got to watch it because you got to thread it, man. No, you're going to watch it, you're going to thread it, and you're going to love it.
And of course, I fucking love it. But yeah, I had to give it to that. So hats off. Thank you again. All right, let's get to some food because it's time for the genres. Let us go with the erotic cake, aka best ecchi or fan service.
We already know what these two guys are gonna pick. So why are we going with them? We already know. Just say it. Say it together.
Go ahead.
1, 2, 3.
Watching over
Magical Girls.
There we go.
all the reasons they said. All the reasons they said.
All the shit they got away with. Like you can't sure, there are some shows that will actually cross the line, but none that will actually go out of the way and push beyond the limits.
Yeah, bro. They found a line that I didn't know you could push, and it's like only High Dive. High Dive. I don't want to bring up this controversial anime, but you know, RDH. RDH was heavily edited. This was worse. Keep going, Chris. I just wanted to interject that.
No,
I've seen RDH on fucking the hentai sites. My God, this is worse.
I own it on Blu-ray, bro. It's worse.
I don't think I've seen RDH. What's that?
Redo Healer.
Oh, that one. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't watch it, but yeah, I know about it.
Yeah, Gushing Over Magical Girls is in its essence because it had to be a Yuri. If it wasn't a Yuri, this like, bro, somebody got to go, bro, because
yeah.
The stuff that they got away with in this one, and Matt, like the whole thing was about BDSM, and it's like, oh, this is
Matt Forte.
I tried to get Matt into it on that premise alone.
I should have.
And so I'm just in here like, oh, she's a dominatrix. Oh, these girls getting turned out. Like, oh man, what happened to what was the blue one? What was her name?
I
felt so bad.
Which part? So
she was mind broken.
Oh God.
I love those clips. She got fucking mind broken, man.
She tried to flip. She got so mind broken. And then there was a scene that was even worse than that, involving a massage. I'm like, bro, how did the massage scene even air? I'm watching it like, bro, how the fuck is this on TV? Because now I got to see how deep the rabbit hole goes. No pun intended.
Dude, they didn't take anything out.
They didn't, bro. It's like that shit was.
How would you explain it? How would you explain it, Starman, if you were watching, if you happen to watch this and like your girlfriend walked in, if you had a girlfriend?
Hey baby, check this out. You guys.
Hey, I have some ideas. Like, come sit down. Let's look at it together. See, are you willing to try this with me?
We need a safe word. What's the safe word?
Oh no, I need a safe space. She watched that. Bro, what can you say? You get out in public and be like, bro, you watch this? You watch, bro, come on. And I'm just like, yeah, man. I mean, I couldn't shy away from it. I mean, you know, it was funny. It was offensive. It was dirty. It was enticing, bro. I don't know what to tell you. It was a lot of things, man. I ain't gonna lie. That shit was.
Matt, what was that ecchi show that we watched in November of last year? I think. Or no,
the Labyrinth one, Dungeon Labyrinth.
It might have been Harem in a Labyrinth.
Yeah,
I remember being on. I remember.
The face fucking.
When I went to fucking New York, and I went to Full Gear, in New Jersey, and I was on the LIR. No, I was on the PATH train back to the city, and like I got all these wrestling fans around me, and I'm over here like I'm bored, so I put on this fucking show, and I'm like watching it like this, so nobody like in the fucking train sees like, wow, you're a wrestling fan and a pervert. Oh shit,
They go hand in hand.
they go hand in hand, but still, I can only imagine if it was gushing girls.
Yeah,
And I didn't watch it.
Yeah, check it out, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Go back on High Dive, bro. I ain't gonna lie, you'll enjoy it. It was one of the funniest shows I've watched, just because it kept progressively getting worse, and I didn't think that they could keep getting worse and better at the same time. And there was an actual plot. It wasn't like it was just fan service and smut. There was an actual plot there. You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
All right, Ethan, what's yours?
The show that you recommended to me, Matt, Chain Soldier.
Yeah, that was mine too. So
yeah, it had plot. It had plot. The what's it called? The rewards were a little bit risque, not gushing risque, but risque nonetheless.
Well, it had to be. So
yeah, so it had to be. So, and I thought it was, like I said, the plot was really solid. It was entertaining. It had some plenty of funny moments. The girls were pretty fucking hot. Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I like the awards for Chain Soldier. Again, like nice little suggestive scenes. I didn't watch Gushin, and I refused to give it to Wedding Rings. So by default, it is Chain Soldier. So yeah, 2-2 basically.
All right.
All right. Moving on, the Deep Fried Twinkie, aka Best Sci-Fi.
Gay.
Chris.
I think there's only one option for this one.
For you, yeah, I think Rouge it would be, right?
Yeah, Metallic Rouge.
Yeah, it would be. Yeah, because we got that or Ninja Kamui, basically.
Kamui's sci-fi.
Yeah, but I didn't give it to Kamui because it really didn't use the sci-fi that much.
Yeah.
Like it is there, but there's just not enough to like warrant. Like, oh man, this is damn good sci-fi.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine was a forced pick. How about you, Starman? What do you like about Metallic Rouge in the sci-fi aspect?
He's automatically assuming he picked it. Did you pick Metallic Rouge?
I didn't pick it.
Oh wow.
So what'd you give it to?
Oh, did you pick what I picked?
No, I didn't. This show, I know for a fact I was the only one that watched it.
Oh.
Okay.
Dead on Luck.
I watched it. No
Chris
sci-fi.
watched it.
I mean, I would consider Undead Unluck like sci-fi. I mean, they got the world ending, they got time travel. They can go inside books. Somebody can die.
Okay, yeah, I could see it.
Yeah, it's just like
I didn't think about it in the negator powers sort of way, how they fuck with reality and all that.
Yeah, it was more sci-fi than supernatural because it was just like, okay, this is straight up science fiction. Like it's a future world. The world ended like hundreds of times, and someone has the ability or has an item that's gonna let them go back to the beginning and reset everything and try again.
Yeah.
And the whole point is keeping the world from ending again. So these people come and then someone ends up writing the entire story and making it canon. I thought Undead
That character was so good.
Undead Unluck is so brilliant as far as the science fiction. Like it's so sci-fi. I don't think you could even make it live action. But it was just I haven't seen many like that. But yeah, Undead Unluck, that's my science fiction pick.
Yeah. So you're gonna change yours, Chris?
No, I'll keep it Metallic Rouge.
Okay.
I didn't consider it at the point, so it wouldn't be.
Okay.
All right. What about you, Ethan?
Starman, I'm very surprised you didn't pick my pick, Ragnar Crimson.
Nah, I mean, bro, I'm gonna be real on the sci-fi tip. I thought Undead Unluck was the best sci-fi. I considered Ragnar Crimson for that award, but it was just that one. It won another award because I felt it was more something else than it was science fiction.
Yeah, it won another genre for me too. It might be the same one. We'll see. Oh, wasn't a genre? Oh, okay. Nonetheless, I chose Ragnar Crimson. I just thought a lot of the science from that perspective really stood out. You being able to freeze time, being able to travel between dimensions, you do different portals. The principle of having like this like plutonium-esque power being the sword power. I thought that was pretty well done as well from that perspective. The principle of the princess being able to move arms through this power, with the fact she was born with no arms. I thought that was pretty fascinating. The telekinesis aspect that she has as well. It's pretty sci-fi as far as I'm concerned.
Okay. Mine was Metallic Rouge because that was really the only one I technically did have, and again, I couldn't count Ninja Kamui as a sci-fi because they really didn't. It's just the mech suits, but with Metallic Rouge.
No, also the facial change with the little.
I know, but that's still not enough compared to what Metallic Rouge had. So
Yeah,
going into fucking space, you got the famous Aeons and all that. And they did capitalize on science fiction for what you expect in a sci-fi show. That's not like a Gundam or anything like that. So there you go. I believe that is the last award I gave Metallic Rouge. So,
well, all right.
Alrighty, now let's go with the yakisoba, aka this is the slice of life. Chris,
I gave Slice of Life to Hokkaido Girls. No matter what any things say that it's mostly romance. It's mostly Slice of Life, in my opinion. With how fucking names, main characters moving to a new city,
Tsubasa.
Tsubasa moving to a new city all out of nowhere, getting to acclimated to his new environment while making friends, and in the process falling in love. I see that as a slice of life over a romance.
Okay.
That was a good choice.
That's a good choice. Starman.
I don't know. Maybe Chris probably was the only other person who watched it. Then again, who knows? The slice of life for this season was Mr. Villain's Day Off.
I did not watch that.
Mr. Villain's Day Off was about a villain who fights this Power Ranger like team, but on his days off, he don't give a fuck about that. He wants to go to the zoo and watch pandas. He collects pandas. He likes cute little cats. He helps little kids who get lost in the mall. He helps old ladies who drop their stuff. He helps old guys at the grocery store pick up, then carry their items and cross the street. He is a complete nice guy on his day off. But when he is at work, bro, he's a straight up general. He's a villain. He's ruthless. He got a dragon tail, and he is scary. But he even adopts a robot cat by the end of the story. And what made it my favorite slice of life, there was this touching moment where, real briefly, there was this girl named Sakura. She was the spirit of this cherry blossom tree, and there was this boy who was the spirit of this oak tree, and they were planted so far away from each other they couldn't like reach. But he would relay the messages between the two spirits. One was the boy, the cherry blossom was the girl, and he would relay the messages between both of them. One day, the people in the park came and they cut the boy's tree down. And they turned it into a bench, and Mr. Villain had the bench put up under the sakura tree, so now the boy can finally meet the girl, and he ended up making them lunch. And they were they could eat his lunch. I don't know how, but on some spirit shit. And he introduced the boy who was in love with the tree because he thought her blossoms were pretty, and she thought he was a beautiful oak, and they fell in love. And I was like, yo, this is the most touching shit. It came out of nowhere, and they did it for like 2 episodes. They sidestepped this story and told this story. So there's other plots and stories within it that involve all the characters. Even the Power Ranger characters get their own episode from time to time to talk about it. It's not just about this guy and his infatuation and love for pandas. It actually gets pretty deep. Interpersonal relationships at work, he has to deal with his coworkers. He's a good guy off of work, but some of his coworkers are really bad guys off of work, and he don't fuck with them like that. So he's like, yeah, we're at work, we best buddies, but afterward, nigga, don't talk to me. I don't fuck with you like that. And it's like, damn. And it's a deep show, man. It was my favorite slice of life this whole season. I recommend it to anybody who likes slice of life. Mr. Villain's Day Off.
All right.
It's a good sell.
Very good.
Can't complain.
Yeah, I love it.
Good sell.
Ethan, what's yours?
I chose a Sign of Affection. When it boils down to it, yeah, it's a romance for it, but I feel like the slice of life comes from the fact that it's college age people going to school, living college life, let's go drinking, let's go like do whatever, let's go on adventures. We got to go to school, we got to do homework, things of that nature. And then you have the aspect of what it's like living as a deaf person, the struggles with trying to get a job, the struggles with communicating, the feelings of kind of being alone. Even if you do have certain friends, there's still that principle of being alone from that perspective. And then of course you do have the romance aspect of it, where I feel that's also a piece of quintessential slice of life, being able to really find yourself and understand your feelings and really go after the love that you like, as well as trying to get to know somebody, where we have our other girl Rin trying to go after Itsuomi's cousin. That's an aspect of romance, for just the chase and the awkwardness of it, but then getting over breakups, getting over the idea of of life as you know it, and adapting to someone new because of the fact that they're sincere from that perspective. And then also Itsuomi with traveling, that's another piece of slice of life. He travels across the globe because of the fact that he's been in love with planes and traveling, and he likes children, things of that nature. So I thought that this was one of the better features of an entire slice of life from a college age perspective in Japan.
All right, very good. My turn, I guess. Imagine a world that involves a girl who only said one thing the whole time. Itsumi-san. It's sign of affection.
Wow. Wow.
Look, it was the life of a hearing impaired girl. They did it well with the sign language and everything, how other people adapted to it. So, yeah, it was just more of her life, even though, minus the romance part, sure. It was just more about her life, how she just able to adapt, and like having some more people understand the sign language. And yeah, that was really it. So I applauded for that. So that's why I gave Slice of Life Sign of Affection.
We're really agreeing, Matt, aren't we?
For now. For now. All right, now for the grilled squid, aka Supernatural.
I gave this to Blue Exorcist season 3, the Illuminati arc. It really this season took a whole different turn for how the supernatural affected normal life. How instead of like either possessing people or fucking up, straight up murdering them, it went with a whole cult where they kidnapped people and turned them into ghouls in order to make one of Satan's kids immortal. And it really filled out the supernatural aspect with the whole with how it affected one of the characters in the show. And that's my take on it.
Very well. Matt, you frozen?
No, it's good.
Oh, you were just like stuck.
No. No. They showed the clip of the All In, so I was looking at it real quick.
I'm gonna save it for after.
But Starman, go ahead.
The Witch and the Beast. The Witch and the Beast, man. That was now that's a supernatural show. It was literally like the show.
Starman, talk for me because I picked it too. Talk for me. Go ahead.
It was like this was CSI, except it's about magic. You got witches, and not to mention the art. The art really put this entire show over the top. Like the art design, how dark it was. For me, it was like, okay, I like it, but I want to know more. It's like the initial setup, it was like I agree with Ethan. They came in the middle of this story, and on the season finale, they was like, all right, we're finna give you the origin story. And I told you was gonna get it. So you get Guido's origin story at the end instead of you get it on the last episode instead of the first episode. And I thought that was so dope for the finale to be a flashback. But as far as supernatural, man, you have witches, you have magic spells, you have the witch police, you have like the magic police who were like not good guys, and then you had like this other nefarious organization who just came in pairs of tools and was like, bro, we just gonna wreak havoc on the whole world from behind the shadows. So they got to do all of this, and the entire time Guido wants to find the witch that cursed her. Then we meet the witch that cursed her. They did this side story at the beginning on like episode 4 or 5. They do this side story with this necromancer, which had nothing to do with nobody else on the show no more. But for 2 episodes, they just diverged.
That's the undead. That's supernatural.
That's what I'm saying. It's supernatural as fuck. They literally
demon swords. Supernatural.
Yeah. So yeah, Ethan, like it's supernatural.
Yeah.
There was nothing. Undead Unluck was close, but I felt like this was way more supernatural than that.
Talk to me. Yeah. Go ahead, Matt. I picked it for all the reasons. Starman.
Yeah, I also gave it to Witch and the Beast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But as everybody said, you got witches, you got fucking witchcraft, the demon shores, necromancy. I fucking love the necromancy episode. That's probably my favorite.
Some of the best shit of the season. Yeah.
So
here's hoping we go see what Vampire Town looks like when next season comes out.
Yeah.
But
it's like Murder felt the great dialogue. That's the only thing it was missing. Was like nobody had any great lines or quotes.
I like the characters, but like the interactions are just
it never went out.
This is one of those shows I wish was in dub. If this is like a dub ass show, there's nothing really Japanese about it. Is it dub?
Yeah, I went back and watched it dub, man. The dub is on point.
Nice.
I'll go watch an episode. I'll go watch I'll go watch one of the Angela episodes.
Bro, I was gonna take a break and watch it in dub, but I was like, nah, this shit too good. I gotta watch it week to week.
Alrighty, now the takoyaki, aka best mystery or thriller.
Oh, I'm gonna get kicked. My best mystery filler was the biggest mystery of all, as in why do we get a season 2 of Fire Hunter?
Wow.
Nobody was interested in this show. The animation was crap.
It was let me tell you, it was the arms, wasn't it? How they ripped the arms.
That's arms just fly off at the same time. Who asked for this? No one asked for this. I was forced to watch this by Matt.
Yay. That's what you get for forcing to watch like 5 shows a season.
Oh my god.
Did you have any regrets with those shows?
I have one that, yes, I'll talk about it later.
Good.
Oh my god. Bro, do you hate Chris?
On my top 10.
I hate Chris because he hates Dr.
Lee.
Lee. Chris, you should reevaluate your friendships if your friends are recommending you Fire Hunter.
Yeah.
He'll be fine.
I'll be fine.
Crossing my fingers for you.
I need to get my my feet grounded for my with the bad shows so I can understand what true art is.
It was.
That's one way to look at it. Yeah. Makes sense.
All right, Starman, what's your mystery thriller?
Okay. It's not a mystery, but it's an action-packed, fast-paced revenge thriller. Talking about none other than Ninja Kamui. Ain't no mystery, but thrilling revenge take. This man want revenge, and it's plenty thrills. The ninja fights are thrills, like just him being on the brink of death week after week. They even threw in a few surprises. Who's gonna be the ninja that saves him? Oops, well, we found it out. What's the origin of that? Oops, we found that out. All right. What's the, are they gonna be able to uncover are they gonna like the clandestine like conditions of this top Fortune 500 company? Are they gonna be able to whistleblow that? You know what I'm saying? But the ninja shit, man, it's just thrilling. It's just so fucking thrilling. Not a mystery, but it's thrilling.
Okay.
Matt, I think you picked the same one I did. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Apothecaries. Okay, we did.
I already gave it to Apothecaries. I wasn't gonna do it twice in a row.
Did I give it to Apothecaries last season?
You probably did.
I probably did. Well, I mean, I can't think of any other mysteries.
That's why I said Witch and the Beast.
So one by default.
Well, it was that or Classroom of the Elite, honestly, for different reasons.
I just think Apothecary Diaries is that special that it's just head and shoulders above anything else that was this season. Witch and Beast is a good pick, but meh.
Alrighty, but like I said, it was Witch of the Beast for me again because again the mystery of looking for the witch for that curse Gideo. So he did a good job with that.
Fair enough.
All right, now the Okonomiyaki, aka Adventure. The best adventure.
My my best adventure is what I would have picked for biggest prize if gushing wasn't a thing. Um, which is gonna happen a lot. Like gushing took a lot of like things that uh actually not that much when I think of it over. When I look over this. It did. I just switched a couple of them out like a couple days ago. But this would have been my biggest surprise because I wasn't originally gonna watch this, but when I saw the trailer for it and then realized, wait, this family's gonna murder this kid for some stupid fucking reason. I gotta get on this. Weakest tamer goes around picking up trash.
Bro, how was that, bro? Because please tell me more. Because I
Um,
stopped that shit because it was so fucking slow, and it was just
it picked up slightly. But the biggest like thing that took up most of the time was or what the rest of the story went ended up being was Ivy getting targeted by people who wanted to kidnap her and sell him because they thought she was a guy.
right.
And then her helping out the adventurers to take him down. It was a big sting operation. I enjoyed it.
Okay.
It was a story where a small child is kicked out of her village because she does not in this world people are given skills and they're starred by how good they are. She has a 0 class tamer skill, which means she's shit at it, and this village, which is very religious, thought she was a demon, so they kicked her out. They treated her like shit. Her family, who was very loving and kind, turned on her and was going to kill her.
That shit. Honestly, I think that's really what made me like it. Kind of that shit made me. It disgusted me. Like
Yeah,
it
and
even
I wanted to see where the story would go from there.
like they went from there. I probably should have stuck with it. But that first open episode when you find out about her family loving her, caring for her dad, and then on the day she's supposed to get her powers, like she got them, and they were like she got no skill, and her mom, her brother start throwing stuff at her. They won't let her eat. Dad would just slap her around. I was like, bro, I can't deal with this shit.
But she goes around, makes a friend of a small slime, which is easily killed, a badass cat, and she finds her place in the world and finds people who accept her.
That's what's up.
And that's the adventurous spirit. So I gave it to that.
Nice.
Okay. Oh man, what was your adventure?
Oh man. Wait, that was best adventure. Man, best adventure to me was Shangri-La Frontier. Man, it was video gaming. Like if you were a gamer, you could really relate to the adventure of playing an adventure MMORPG where you get the world build, you get to go to different worlds, different continents, you get to explore in like Sunraku explores. Him and Emil, they travel all around. He gets side quests. He gets extra bonus content. He unlocks like this bunny village he's able to go to, and Emil joins them, and she just joins them, and they just have this nice adventure. And then it's kind of cool. Like the two voice actors are married, and like they are a couple in real life. So I thought they really had some dope chemistry between them. But just the adventure. And it went somewhere. They fought video game bosses. They fought boss level fights. So he was grinding. He was trying to farming. He was grinding, picking up items, leveling up, doing all of this shit that you actually do on games. And he was exploring the entire world of Shangri-La. On top of that, it looked gorgeous. Gorgeous. And it was just one big video game adventure with his friends. A kid in the summertime, just like, you know what, I'm a game all summer. That's what I'm gonna do. Fuck it. It was dope. I enjoyed it a lot. great adventure.
I gave it to that last season, so or rather last year. So that's why I didn't give it again.
Ah,
Oh, that's fine. Even
Again, I'm very surprised Starman isn't giving this show love. Ragnar Crimson, I also chose it for best adventure. I mean, at the end of the day, it's literally a battle of killing all the dragons, and then there's a revenge plot. One of Starman's favorites. There's a revenge plot in that, and then it's just the ups and downs of that show. Like it's like, oh, when you think shit can't get worse, nope, motherfuckers are dying left and right. When you think shit can't get more crazy, nope, they're fighting in space. You think, oh, the main character is fucked. Nope, he's not fucked. He reached a new level. He superseded his limits, shit like that. And I thought that was really cool. There's different aspects of the world that they're in from that perspective as well, as they traverse across the continent. Basically, I'd imagine it's a continent. So that works from that piece. And then, as I mentioned, the sci-fi aspects of it as well really lend itself to the adventure. And when you think about it, it's kind of like a party. When you think about it, Ragna, Crimson, and Slime, they act as a party, and Crimson has their other, whatever the fuck you want to say. I'm never going to say it to him, but nonetheless, there are other like auxiliary, like partners that assist them and stuff like that. So, yeah, and then you have a whole army that rallies around Crimson and Ragna, and they end up dead, but still they contributed. So, yeah.
Alrighty, my adventure for me is Delicious in Dungeon. You're exploring the dungeon, and you're cooking. You're getting ingredients. It's a quest to find Lao's sister in the stomach of a dragon. And it's just a nice, fun way they did it. So yeah, I had to give it to Delicious in Dungeon. It is a fantastic adventure. So that's one of its probably many awards I probably gave it. That's when it's all said and done.
Hey, we get it. That's what's up.
All right, now moving on. Let's go with the Taiyaki, aka Best Comedy. Chris,
I'm giving this to Tis Time for Torture Princess, hands down. I know you dropped this, Starman, but you really shouldn't have. It really filled in the Sleepy Princess. Oh, Ethan's gone.
Bro, don't say that because Sleepy Princess.
Yes, they start off with cooking. They start off with like enticing her with foods, but then she becomes friends with all the other members of the Hell Horde. It turns out the Demon King isn't really that bad of a dude. He will later in the season. He asked the princess, "Hey, what should I give a gift for the king?" If it was really as serious as it could have been, the Hell Horde is already strong enough. They can just go wipe out the kingdom. They're just having fun at this point.
Comedy.
Yes, comedy.
Oh my god! Because like I watched the first 3 episodes and I was like, all right, man, I'm not laughing. Maybe I watched the first episode. I didn't give it 3. I watched the first one and was just like, all right, man, I'll worry about it later. But you know what, Chris? I'm gonna take your recommendation and I'm gonna pick it up, and that's gonna be my winner. That's gonna be my winner pickup. I'm gonna pick that one up. I'm gonna go back and check that one out and report back in with you.
Okay.
There you go. All right, Starman, what was your comedy?
Foolish Angel Dances with the Devil.
Oh, I didn't know you watched that.
Yeah, Foolish Angel Dances with the Devil was like my favorite comedy. That show was hilarious. Just from like it's about an angel and a demon who on some Toradora shit, their opposites attract. They end up falling for each other. And that whole awkwardness of them falling for each other is hilarious because one of the euphemisms that they use to express this is these 2 cats in the ring, this cat and his dog in the ring with boxing gloves, doing all these Hachimo Ippo boxing moves, fighting each other. It's like match after match. And so furthermore, what you end up seeing when they actually in school is one day he ends up doing a skin routine, reading these K-pop magazines, and he ends up posing, smiling, doing all this shit, and he swoons the fuck out of her. So to get back at him, what she does is get all cutesy, pucker her lips up, give him fan service, trips and fall, and he catches her, and they just keep doing all this shit in front of the whole school, and everybody's like, man, y'all are y'all going out? And they're like, no, 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 no. And then there are moments of action to kind of break the comedy, but then it always circles back to the comedy. It always circles back to the comedy, and there was not an episode I just wasn't like laughing out loud. Like it was hilarious.
All right, Ethan, what's your comedy?
Cherry Magic. 30 years of virgin can make a wizard. Something along those lines. I said the second part wrong. But nonetheless, Cherry Magic. I thought it was just hilarious seeing what's his dick? Now I'm forgetting his fucking name. Son of a bitch, and I gotta get his fucking name. 1 second. Cherry Magic. Something with an A. By the way, it's 30 years of virginity can make you a wizard. Adachi. There we go. Just seeing Adachi at first, like, get his powers. He's like, oh shit, I can read minds. And then finding out that his like hot coworker, who's like the best like worker that's there, is like madly in love with him. And he's like, what the fuck? Like, he doesn't even know how to take it because he's never had any single person like ever like him in any way. He's tried to like girls are like, ill, the fuck, get the fuck away from me. And then just seeing like the awkwardness where like he hears his thoughts where like they accidentally touch and he's like, oh my god, sends shivers down my spine and shit. I thought that was pretty funny. And just like his reactions, like I said, in terms of dealing with the fact that he has, you know, someone who is a man that loves him, and then just like the awkwardness of their relationship as it develops, like, you know, awkwardness touching, awkwardness with saying stuff, awkwardness with being able to read his mind but not wanting to tell him that he knows exactly what he's thinking from that piece. There's just several moments where you just find yourself just giggling because it's like, oh, this is like fucking stupid. But then you think like, if I was in that scenario, like, yeah, it'd be fucking weird and awkward too. So yeah, I'd say that would be my favorite. I mean, honestly, I felt for the majority of these shows, I didn't really laugh a hell of a lot. Apothecaries, I kind of laugh, but that's not a comedy by definition. I mean, can I do Free and Getting Stuck in Mimics as comedy this season? I mean, that's about it.
Very good. Comedy for me is, again, Delicious in Dungeons. Mostly because of Marcel, her reactions to, like, I don't want to eat these. Like, I said no. And fucking allows us wanting to eat everything, even the fucking paintings. But no, I love the community time for everybody. So I was laughing with it. So yeah, Delicious in Dungeon, best comedy for the season. I want to give it to Mashal, but Dungeon was a little bit more funnier. Very good. Let us go with some Karage best fantasy.
I gave that to Dungeon.
Okay.
No explanation needed. You have a classic you have a classic fantasy party going into a dungeon to save the priestess this time around.
I gave it to Delicious Dungeon as well. It was.
Me too.
I mean, it was magic. It was dragons. It was dungeons. It was elves. It was
halflings, dwarves.
It was like everything that. It was everything, bro. Like when someone says, like, "Hey, man, what was the best fantasy anime that came out?" I'm like, "Yeah, this is the only one I'm gonna tell you about because." It was, to me, it embodied everything from like fantasy, like it embodied everything. And I'm not even a big Tolkien fan, you know what I'm saying? But I get it, you know. So yeah, man, Delicious in Dungeon.
Because I'm the only one that didn't see Delicious in Dungeon.
Yep.
I gave it to Solo Leveling. I mean, at the end of the day, you're literally traversing into a whole nother world to fight various fucking beasts and monsters of various ilk. And on top of that, the main character is literally living as a video game. It's like literally living as like action sims, where like he's got all these like gaming aspects in terms of daily quests, things of that nature. He's got item inventories. He has literal levels that he grows as he goes along in the story from that piece. So yeah. Magic powers.
I had that too, but someone said I couldn't compare the two, but that's another conversation.
It wasn't me. I was Angel.
It wasn't you.
Actually, you.
You have class.
I I will watch Shangri-La at some point. I think I said that because I was talking to Matt. I don't know if you heard me on the podcast, y'all, but I mentioned I was like, so far, I was like, summer seems like a light season, so I may use that opportunity to pick up like some of the hotter like shows that I missed at either spring or winter. And I know Shangri-La Frontier has always been like a big one in the group, so I'm like, I wouldn't mind, fighting action. Okay, I might pick up Shangri-La.
Like I said, as I said, it was Listen Dungeon, Dragons, we got all that shit. Let's see. Let us go with the Red Velvet Cake, aka Best Romance. Chris.
Oh, now we finna fight.
We're gonna fight today, yes. Let's go.
I gave it to Dangers of the Heart season 2.
You give it to what now?
Dangers of the Heart.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What do you think I said?
You said it so fast. I was like, what did he say?
No, I thought he says we're ready to fight. Let's go.
Oh yeah.
This is our all-in footage backstage release.
What's your Dukes up, pal? Who gets put in the headlock first?
I've said this before, but
He's gonna goose one.
it really is just a shoujo told from a boy's perspective, which it's unique and different, and I like the fact that it does it so well. And they hit all the points right. They hit every fucking thing right. But I'll get into that later.
That was a good point.
I never heard that comparison. I like that. Shoujo told from a boy's perspective.
I ain't gonna hold you. That's probably the best way I've heard anybody ever describe that show. Out of all the reviews I've read, that's shout out to you, Chris. That's a great way of putting it. Mine was not that though. Mine was Signs of Affection. Signs of Affection was like, bro, they were adults. I related to everybody. Honestly, it wasn't even the main characters. I didn't relate to Isiomi really that much. He's well traveled. I'm well traveled. I don't speak those languages. You know what I'm saying? But he's handsome. I'm handsome. But like, nah. I related to Shin. Like, I ain't gonna hold you. I related to Shin. I was just like, bro, I feel for him. You know what I'm saying? And Yuki's best friend, I related to her too. I related to just so many side characters, and I like the fact that
hopefully not Oshi.
There was so much, everybody, bro. There was so much romance going around that everybody was kind of like, the one guy had to lose, and that's just like in the game of love, bro. Love is a war, it's a battlefield, but somebody got to lose. You got the one guy who didn't treat Yuki kindly, and he was a dick, and she was like, bro, I don't like you because you was never nice to me. Now you coming at me with this, you love me shit, and bro, I ain't got time for that. Like, I like how it felt so real. Like, just because she's disabled doesn't mean she's not like, she can't experience romance. So I like the fact that she wanted to put her heart out there, and it was just so refreshing because this don't happen in real life, bro. This sweet, delicate girl, the first time she puts her heart out there, she literally gets a prince in shining armor who is like, no, I'm gonna take care of you, I'm gonna handle you right. And I just, week after week, we related. Everybody hated Emma. I loved Emma because I felt Emma was petty. She tried to talk shit. And then, motherfuckers like, bro, give me my keys, bro. Give me my keys, Emma. You being messy. You lucky she deaf. You know what I'm saying? You tried to talk shit to a deaf girl. She couldn't even hear you. I thought that shit was hilarious. But yeah, if it were adults, man, I don't get too many anime about adults. Like grown adults. Every character felt like a real person. There were no archetypes. There were no tropes. There were real people, real relationships, real situations. Like, so it had to be Signs of Affection.
You made me almost want to change my pick, but I chose Dangers in My Heart season 2 as well.
I know you would.
I mean, no, like all the reasons you pointed out made sense. That's kind of what I kind of had for a while. I had Sign of Affection in there, but there's just something about the relationship that Itsuomi and Yuki had that just, I don't know. It doesn't, like, it's not as resounding to me. Like, it's like the same way that it's kind of an oxymoron, because the same way that I thought that Mahiru and Amane had like this perfect relationship and I loved it, is kind of the same reason why I'm not really like feeling Yuki and Itsuomi. It's weird. It's a weird idea, but I don't know, just something about it for me. It just didn't come home versus what we have with what's called Ichikawa and Yamada. I feel like that was just so the buildup was so well. It was week by week progression moments, and there's misunderstandings, but they get over that fast, and then that climax is probably, honest to God, the best season finale by far of any of the shows this season. It was just such a stellar finale that hit home. We got the payoff that we wanted. It was rich like that. That was like Cody winning at WrestleMania. That type of payoff. It was that good. So there's something about Dangers in My Heart. For all the jokes that I make about it, there's just something that it clicks. And I'll go into
Hold on. We got a comment. Someone finally showed Tony how to save some money. Yeah, by relying on ex-AEW talent and current WWE talent. That's how we say.
Where did that come from? You know that guy?
Nope.
Okay.
I'm just saying. Well, I'm gonna assume it's Tony Khan.
Oh, I bet you the guy's probably behind watching our comments from earlier.
Oh, okay.
That makes sense.
Okay, but still, I will still answer for him. That's how Tony made money, relying on WWE talent again.
Check my head. But no, nonetheless, I gave it to Dangers in My Heart season 2, but I appreciate everything Starman said about Sign of Affection, and it does hit home pretty well, I'd say, from that perspective.
I could have given it to Signs, but it felt more like a honeymoon phase type romance. That's fine, but I think the chase for Dangers was better. I'll get more into it when we talk about it more. But I had to give it to Dangers, especially for the end. I got what I wanted. I said I needed certain things, certain shows to make it elevate one or the other, and I got it from one of them instead of the other. So
yeah, I tell you what though, Starman, you did manage to bump one of my shows down with your Sign of Affection. I moved it up one. So you succeeded from that front.
I'll do what I can.
He tries. He's doing his best, damn it.
I appreciate that, pal.
All right, now we got that onigiri for action. Best action.
My favorite jelly donut is Marshall. I can't wait. You can't. Oh yeah, that's right. You're still behind.
No,
I won't say,
bro.
Just 3 months behind.
Yeah, go ahead, bro. Like, this your moment to shine. It's all good. Go ahead.
Okay. Marshall doesn't do much in the magic shit for me with fantasy, but with everything Marshall can do, all his I'm gonna just go there, do my best, and fuck up your day in particular if you mess with me or my friends. I fucking loved all of that. Fuck that giant Cyclops thing. Fuck Innocent Zero. Fuck everyone. It was great.
I can't wait, man.
All right, Starman, what you got?
Favorite action. Oh man, my favorite action. Boy, when I tell you action, this was one where it just went in. It was just like every episode I was on the edge of my seat. I was just like, man, y'all are not watching this shit. It's like there was no hype around this show, and it was so underrated. I'm talking about none other than Ragnar Crimson. Ragnar Crimson, action-wise,
finally gave one an award.
Stop.
Finally,
Crimson has several awards that we ain't even got to. I'm gonna just throw that out there. But Ragnar Crimson was phenomenal, bro. Like, from an action standpoint, we got guns in it. We got guns in the beginning. Then later on, the first time he fought Ultimatia was like one of the greatest fights because he just trumped her fucking time stop magic and she died.
We got part 3 again. We got part 3 again with that fight. It was so good.
Bro, like, just kept rewinding it.
Mind fucked her. Mind fucked her. Mind broke her. Mind breaking.
Mind broke her. Like, she was just fucked at that point. And it's like, just when you couldn't think it was gonna get any crazier, they shift and introduced this brand new characters and was like, no, we're gonna get guns, we're gonna have swords, we're gonna fight dragons. And it was just action. They borrowed from Naruto, they borrowed from Dragon Ball Z. I'm gonna get to all of that later on, but action-wise, this shit ate. Ragnar Crimson ate, bro. It was nothing but action. Like, and it was a dope story, but action-wise, yeah, man. I think the only thing that comes close was Solo Leveling, but Ragnar Crimson.
You just made me change my pick from Solo Leveling to Ragnar Crimson. Thank you. This is the first time I think I've ever had one show sweep 3 different not sweep, but be 3 different what's it called? What's the word I'm looking for? Um like the type of anime. Like what's that word? I'm forgetting it. I'm blanking.
Shonen.
No, 3 different
Genres.
genres. Thank you, Starman. Yeah, this is the first time I've ever had one show take 3 different genres in here. I gave it best action, best fantasy, and I gave it not fantasy. Sorry, I gave it something else. What's it called adventure, action, and sci-fi. Literally, bing, bing, bing on the list. Right in the crimson.
Oh, it was ill, man. Like I said, it was Solo Leveling was dope. Don't get me wrong, but Rotten the Crimson's advantage was they gave us 25 episodes. It wasn't 12.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? It was
Yeah.
like I'm giving you 2 curves back to back, which is too much to eat.
yeah. That's one of the reasons why I'll get to it when I get to it. But that was one of the distinct advantage between that battle between the two. That's exactly my thought process. Starman was like, I can't give it to Solo when I've gotten much more of Ragna, and in the same degree, I'll say this now. I don't want. I learned this with Attack on Titan. I cannot grade something as really great high early on unless it's like mind blowingly great, because then you have no room to put it up any further. You know what I'm saying? So just because of the fact that Ragnar gave me more this early on, given the parameters of when it aired, I went with that. But we'll get to that when we get to that.
Since I didn't want to ride the
Okay.
Crimson, my action for me was Solo Leveling, especially like the last few episodes
The one
with the Red Knight, the various knights, and then with that one human, forgot his name. Chris was the one that killed the other teammates.
Jin some shit.
it
Because they're
was
all some shit.
I don't.
from the
That fucking reminds me. Ethan, whenever the fuck you guys reviewed the final episode of Solo.
I already told him.
Yeah, he told me. Yeah, he told me. And I made sense. I appreciate it. I thought it was
Because yeah, you saw the red. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was the Red
Yeah.
Knights. So that's
No, it's just a huge ass ant with wings, which is even more terrifying.
Yeah, that would be fucking
It's gonna be fun. Yeah.
nuts. To answer your question, Matt, damn, there's so many characters that aired. There's got to be at least like 60 characters in this fucking list.
Dong something.
Yeah, but yeah, like those last 3 fights were like, I fucking love it. Like the action.
last 3 fights.
Jinwoo got fucking dunked like a basketball, man. Like he was like getting dribbled around.
Yeah.
No, they brought in one of the animators from the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie to like animate the dungeon scene with the knife. I thought that was like when he, first had to have his first real kill. I thought that was phenomenal. Like I can't take nothing from Solo Leveling, but when your episode 6 is a motherfucking filler recap episode, I'm just like, all right, bro, y'all wasting my goddamn time. I gotta get rocked on principle.
Yeah.
Matt, you're looking for Won Jong Suk.
Okay, thank you.
I'm not good on Korean, so
Yeah,
if
no.
I feel that, who
Right.
cares?
But no, I had to give Solo credit for the action sense of it. Otherwise, I would have given it to Mashal because we had a bunch of fucking great fights for season 2 with Mashal. But all right, now time for some.
If I didn't already give it to Shangri-La last season, I would have fucking given it again because we also got good action with the fight with Temple Guard, weathering Temple Guard.
Okay. All right, guys, it's time for some gyoza, aka best drama. Chris.
My best drama's got to be Classroom of the Elite season 3,
Yes.
especially with the introduction of the biggest asshole we have ever seen in anime.
Not Kushida?
Not Kushida.
Are you talking about the new?
I'm talking about fucking the new principal.
Yeah, the new.
Bro, he kicked that motherfucking cane, bro. I died laughing, bro. I had to rewind that shit at least twice. He just kicked the fucking cane. I was like, oh, this motherfucking ill, boy.
But yes, it did a real good job for the season, showing in the also including in the surprise exam where you get to vote out your friend and all the backstabbings. That was also pretty great.
Oh,
But yeah.
all right, Starman, what's your drama?
About that?
My drama, Dangers in My Heart. I thought
Okay.
Dangers in My Heart was a fantastic drama. Like it was what I wanted in an anime drama. It served me on the platter. Like every episode, I didn't get sucked into the romance of it all so much because they were just dangling that carrot a bit too much for me, and I wasn't too invested into the romance between both of them because I already knew how they felt. But the way they were able to leave that there, but then find a way to build drama around what you already know without you getting tired and being like, all right, man, cut to the chase. They gave you something else to chew on, so you never got too eager for the main course. For the main course, they kept. It's like going to get. It's like if you ever been to one of them restaurants where they give you all the servings. The servings aren't too big. They give you nice sized portions. That when you get the main event, you get the main course, you're like, okay, this main course is delicious, and you full by the end. And I felt like that's how they were able to pace that series out. And the only way they were able to do that was with good drama and just the dramatic effect of just all the times they chose to pull like drama. They executed it superbly. I thought it was fantastic.
All right, I'm not gonna respect that. Ethan.
Apothecaries. I don't know if I picked the last season, but still,
Okay.
It's just Apothecaries. When it comes to Apothecary Diaries, there's no. I feel like that's a quintessential drama mystery anime. The week to week in terms of like how Mao Mao is going to be I guess solving these mysteries, and as we go later on in the core, chasing these ghosts of the past. I thought was really well done. The stuff with her and Lacan was pretty dramatic from that standpoint. And just the way that everything like connects to the encompassing world as things kind of like they dangle in essence during those periods. I thought that the drama in Apothecaries was pretty well. It's not like one of those ones that's like heart-stopping drama, but there is just intrigue to that drama. And for a fact more or less every single week there's going to be either a new drama or something that helps develop that piece, especially with the whole what's it called, the resurrection drug. I thought that was one of the biggest dramas of them all, quite frankly, and we still haven't gotten a resolution on that from that piece. So, I think that drama in particular struck me more than some of the dramas that you may see in stuff like a Solo Leveling, like a Ragna, like a Dangers in My Heart, for example. So, I mean, the only other thing I could think of maybe that I would have picked otherwise besides about the carries might be the drama. No, not even really. I mean, High Card had some drama. Witch and Beast had a tiny bit of drama, but not really. So I think, besides what Starman said, because I didn't watch Classroom of the Elite, so what Starman said with the Dangers of My Heart drama, that made sense, but I didn't really watch it for that. I watched it for the romance, so we're opposites from that perspective. So yeah, I would give it to About the Carriers pretty simply.
I also gave it to Classroom of the Elite. Like I said, this was a vast improvement compared to season 2, and they what?
Keep going.
No, it's not. I like the. I didn't care that much about season 2, so the reunion was not that good of a main antagonist. I think that was the issue for me.
Even though they built him up for 2 seasons now.
What?
Even though they built him up for 2 seasons.
Yeah, but I'm saying like, at the beginning of season 2, it's like, I'm not feeling him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping he changes for the second class year, but no, I liked it more. I liked basically the whole exam of voting out who we got out of it. You got the test, you got the drama of it. People showing their true colors, like their own. Like he basically fucked up the whole entire classroom just for this exam. So I fucking loved it for that. But it was good stuff for Classroom this time, so I liked it. Alrighty, moving on. Mita Arashi Dango. And for that one is going to be best visuals.
Really? Hold on. Pause. Again, because of my clan ad. I literally have dongos tattooed on me, and you're gonna give it to visuals?
What do you want it for?
What's wrong with that?
Oh, I don't.
The pretty look at. Come on.
It's like a sweet though. That's like something like.
Yeah, we're going to the sweets now. We're full of food. Oh, fine. I'll give it to ramen for you. If it'll help you shut the fuck up, I'll give it to ramen.
Yeah, sure. Let's do ramen. Ramen's pretty
shut the fuck
good.
up.
Thank you. Give
Ramen,
the dongo.
best
Hold on,
visuals.
pause. What do you have for best girl? What's the thing for best girl?
The rest is gonna be like sweets, like cakes. This is
Yeah,
where
gotta go to
Okay,
sweet.
so give
Matt.
dongo to best girl, please.
You gotta give
Supporting
something
girl,
coffee.
something.
Like this cafe, you ain't called nothing a coffee yet. I'm waiting on a coffee, an espresso.
Yeah, usually
That'll
you get
be
that after dinner, so
Do that for best boy. You
My-
do that for best boy, a supporting boy.
I'll give copies of it. Don't worry.
Where's my boba?
We had boba.
Yeah, boba tea.
Oh fuck.
Yeah,
Sorry.
it was like that was like ED, man.
That was a whole 45 minutes ago.
Well, to move past my last judgment. What the fuck? Apothecary for best
Okay.
visuals.
Okay.
It was just beautiful to see like all the scenes, the dancing scene at the end of the
Beautiful.
final episode.
Yes. Gorgeous.
Nothing.
Best visuals, I gave it to Undead Unluck.
Okay.
Undead Unluck was
I should say Metallic Rouge.
I mean, Metallic Rouge was cool, but no, Undead Look, I'm talking about visuals. I'm talking about just what they were able to do with everybody but the main character. Undead Unluck had some nice visuals because I say this because it was one of the things that they had to defeat was they had the negator that they had to defeat was Galaxy. And they failed to defeat and capture Galaxy. Because they failed to defeat and capture Galaxy, the world they had no stars. After they failed to defeat and capture Galaxy,
No. Galaxy was only created after they failed to find Unseen.
yeah, Unseen. So after Galaxy came, you saw the whole stars plant the whole. They get to see the whole universal aurora borealis. They get to see the stars, the planets, and it was like it was breathtaking. Later on, they have to capture autumn. For like 4 episodes, they were dealing with autumn, the leaves, the colors, the browns, the greens, the yellows, the reds. It was just they always did something visually in the background. One of the first episodes, they were on the beach and it was nighttime and the moon was out, and it's like, okay, bro, this is ridiculous. Like the reflection on the water, it was just dope, man. The visuals for Undead Unluck were slept on. It was great visuals.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Ethan, what you got?
This was a pretty hard one, honestly. I could have given it to Apothecaries because I love the visuals there. Dangers, really great visuals. What's it called? Witch and Beast had great visuals.
I know what you're gonna pick.
What am I gonna pick?
Freer.
Yeah, I'm a pick Freeing. I'm a pick Freeing. At the end of the day, I think what it really boils down to, again, similar to what I said when it comes to the soundtrack, when it came to watching the show, along with a great soundtrack, you need great visuals. And with the visuals that you saw on Freeing, everything fit. You know, to your point that you just mentioned about the seasons, Starman, you get that in Freeing. You get the seasons from that piece. You get just the traveling aspect where you see things change as they go along in their journeys, you know, from the woods to the plains to the mountains, the winter mountains, you know, things of that nature, the streams, there's just so many different places in the world that they visited in that first season that, you know, the visuals for each were encapsulated really well. The bronze, just seeing the differences in having pure bronze versus worn bronze, and then having them have to change that or color it rather, or clean it. That's what I meant to say. Clean it over the course of time. Little things like that, like when you can mention like, oh, like seeing the difference in how they cleaned bronze from what it was to where it was great. And then of course, I think really what sold it for me in terms of the visuals was something that'll win as another award coming up shortly, and that was that whole like battle that they had in the dungeon itself. That final battle was stupendous and so gorgeous to look at. from many different fronts. So yeah, Brian.
I gave it to Sign of Affection.
What? Damn.
Sign of Affection was another one I didn't mention.
I thought he was gonna say Freeman or Apothecary. I did not expect you to say.
I gave it to Apothecary, and Brian. I liked it before more the animation sense, but this visually, Sign of Affection. I love the art for it, especially during the date with the cherry blossoms. That was very nice. So I like that. Like with like.
If we're on visuals, let's do animation next.
That's usually last. So.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Animation? Okay.
Yeah, we should give it last too.
I always figure like one goes before the other, but all right, whatever.
Yeah, but no, it was very aesthetically pleasing for Sign of Affection, so I was just very happy with it. Now coffee, Sean. Best fight.
What kind of coffee? What kind of coffee? There's different coffees: cold brew coffee, hot coffee. You know,
he's the barista. He makes the coffee.
Hazelnut coffee, soy milk coffee.
I mean, no, it's whatever you want. Right now, what we're doing, we're going because we're doing best action. No, we're doing best fight. Best fight. We need caffeine, so we're gonna go with the quad espresso. 4 shots, quad espresso, foam. Yeah, we're going with nitro foam. I don't even know if that's a thing, but it's a thing now.
I think it might be, yeah.
All right. Anyway, I'm doing a lot of stalling. Go ahead, Chris.
Originally, because I sort of make my list in advance and update it as the season goes on. Originally, for my best fight, I had Frieren and Fern versus the fake Frieren in the show, but as the fight in this one show kept on like popping off on what they could do, I'm gonna give it to. I had to give it to Sunraku versus Weathering Tomb Guard.
Which one?
Weathering Tomb Guard in Shangri-La. Yeah.
Okay.
Bro,
that fight was so fucking good, and they didn't need to do everything they fucking did. There was so much shit happening like during the fight between the two and in the background. It was really amazing to just watch that through the 4 episodes.
Then they die. Then they come back. They get resurrected before they completely gone, and he gets to learn from his fights. He just keeps going at the weather. Man, that fight was one of my favorite fights of all time. Like that fight was awesome.
You picked that too, then I assume?
I didn't.
He picked Shangri-La.
No. Shangri-La front. No, it was hard to choose between these two fights. But the ending on the fight I'm about to choose is why I chose this fight. Ragnar versus Tara Taktora. Ragnar fought.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay.
Ragnar fought this dragon. They recreated Gohan versus Cell and Gohan versus Broly. They recreated the exact Kamehameha sequence that Goku did with his son, with Thalia and Ragnar. I thought that was entirely just so dope. I was like, oh man, that's a Kamehameha. They're doing it. And then they did the up close version when Gotenks, Trunks, and Gohan had to send Broly to space. And in the second Broly movie, I was like, okay, I caught that callback. So for giving me those 2 callbacks, and this was a whole rematch because Ragnar already got beat by him a couple episodes ago. So now Ragnar's like, no, I got impressed. I got my girl here. I got to keep coming, and he's giving it all he got. Then the fight ends with Kamui just coming in and being like, nope,
beheaded,
celebration, nope, bro. And I just remember like, oh, but this is like the greatest anime fight I've ever seen because I was pumped up the whole episode, and then Kamui just comes at the end. It's like, oh, I want
to ruin this happy moment.
Yeah, I'm gonna ruin this whole moment from this fight, bro. This fight ain't.
He headed his girl, kicked this motherfucker like all the way across the forest.
He decapitated her and put her head back on her body. What the fuck?
Yeah, you hear the squishing noise too.
he put it back on there and then talk shit like, "You ready to go? Like, let's go." I was like, "Oh no, man!" Like that fight, because it just didn't stop. This fight ended to another fight, and ultimately that was before we got the finale because he got hurt and we had to
I'm
reset.
glad you didn't pick the fucking him versus Walter Kami because that shit was just so absurd. That lost points for me because of how absurd it was.
No, that fight was dope, but no, this fight was just, it was the Dragon Ball Z callbacks that put it over the top over Shangri-La.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
because Shangri-La's fight had it until I was like, holy shit, this man just recreated Gohan versus Cell. I got to give it to you. That callback was immaculate.
Yeah, I wouldn't have picked up on that until you told me that. And for that was my number 2 fight. But I get you.
Go ahead, it's on you.
Oh yeah, my number 1 fight was the one I just alluded to, Freehan and Fern versus Fake Freehan. It's just the visuals of that, bro. It's just absolutely spectacular. And then the weight of that fight. Literally, all of the test takers were relying on Freehan and Fern for this, and it ended up backfiring as we got to the final test because that's some bullshit. But that's another combo for another day. But nonetheless, you have all these people that are relying on Freehan and Fern to dominate the beast of the dungeon. This dungeon that has never been cleared before, that no one has ever attempted. And it forced Freehan in particular to use her power, the one power that she hasn't used in over 80 years, a specific power that she used to help defeat the Demon Lord, which they have not touched on in this series. They have not touched the actual battle. They've alluded to it dozens of times, but we have not seen the actual battle. We've never seen the Demon Lord. We've never seen the gang in action. We've never seen them in peril or successful otherwise. And the principle of her saying, I haven't had to use that power in 80 years, aka when she defeated the Demon Lord, was stupendous. And just seeing when Fake Freehan used that power and seeing fucking Fern just get like smushed into the fucking wall. Her staff is just absolutely destroyed. She is on the brink of death. Fake Freehan is loading up her fucking attack. Like, it looks like it's gonna literally blow a hole from underground into space. That's how powerful this attack is, because that's how OP Freehan is. And just to see Freehan come with all of her strength and just wipe Fake Freehan off the fucking face of existence was so incredible. The visuals, the colors, as I mentioned, it really looked like a giant supernova blowing up. Like, this was the last gasp of an incredible star in the universe, and these is just these two incredible forces. It is to me literally the quintessential immovable object and irresistible force going up against each other, and Fern being the actual third party in that instance and being the deciding factor dictating that end was fantastic. Absolutely fan-fucking-tastic.
I wanted to give it to Farron Frieden with Fake Freehan, but I had to give a shout out to this Mash versus Macaroon from Mashal Season 2. I love that fight. You get to actually see Mash struggling. Like, it wasn't like a one-side type of thing, so I loved it for that. It was pretty fairly even, and Macaroon's a great character in this too, so shout out to, so I had to give a shout out to that. Mashal definitely picked up in terms of fighting, because we had that Innocent Zero and Wahlberg. That was another great one. But yeah, Mash and Macaroon.
Every time you say Wahlberg, I always just think Wahlburgers and Mark Wahlberg.
That
Only
place,
thing I think of.
that
Just
place-
like when I had it once, it wasn't bad. Overpriced, but it wasn't bad. And then when you say Kushida, I just think of fucking New Japan Pro Wrestling. There's always the two characters that I always like equate with different fucking existences in real life.
Anyway, moving on. The Angel Food Cake, aka Best Protagonist. Chris.
My best protagonist is gotta be the one, the only Magia Baser from Gushing Over Magical Girl.
Thank you. I was like, you had the one and only from where?
You said best protagonist?
Yeah,
Best protagonist, yeah.
Gotcha.
Throughout the series, we see this girl get forced into becoming an evil magical girl, despite her vast love of everything magical girls. Go on to fuck with her idols, essentially, and then when one of them is about to literally break and join the dark side, she's like, "What the fuck is this shit? No, you're supposed to fight me and you're supposed to kick my ass. Go fuck yourself. I'm done with this shit." She she stood by her beliefs, even when it like could have helped her do whatever she wanted, do whatever it is she wanted, but in and it helped the girl who was about to break, Magia Azure, uh, get stronger, and she just loved every inch of that. She is like, oh man, I can't wait to see more of what you can do, and we're just gonna continue going out and fucking with you guys. So yeah, she's my number one protagonist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Starman.
My number one protagonist. Man, my favorite protagonist of this entire season was Ragnar. It was our boy Ragnar, man. Ragnar was everything. He was everything I want in a good guy. He's everything I want in the main character because he had to make tough choices. He had to learn. He had to grow. He had to learn, like, I can't do this by myself. I need to be able to rely on others. I need to be able to let people rely on me. I don't need to be trying to fight this battle by myself. And I think his defining moment is when he released himself from the clutches of Crimson, because Crimson was playing these fuckboy games, and it's just like, I'm gonna poison you. And he was like, oh damn, that didn't even kill me. I thought you said I was gonna. Man, I'm done. And then, he had to fight for the kingdom, defeat the dragons for revenge, but it also stopped being about revenge for his past life, and it started being about, hey man, this woman that I have fallen for is depending on me. Like, I made friends, I made people who look up to me. So I
was falling for Starman, or was it like more admiration? I feel like it was more admiration.
I think it definitely was admiration. But because he didn't show any romantic interest. She fell for him. But I think he was just so oblivious he couldn't really, it wasn't spelt out enough for him.
This was literally like the wrong side. Like, you know how Yuki fell in love with Itsuomi and fucking got the knight in shining armor? This is the same effect, but a different result with Starlia falling for Ragnar.
In Infection, what happened was Yuki fell first, but Itsuomi fell harder. And this one, Starlia fell first, and I felt like Ragnar fell, like, he kind of realized, bro, after she was gone, like, no, bro, like, it's not just about saving her. It's like, damn, I can have a future with her. I actually get to choose a future. I wasn't supposed to have a future. Like, damn, she offered me a future. I owe it to her to at least leave that option open. But he was just such a phenomenal main character because he was so brave, he was so brash, he was so violent, and he was just so like fucking gung ho. He was the shit. That's why I was just like, he's everything on the main character.
He dealt with pain well as well, which is another quality I felt.
Yeah, it was just the show was about him, and he's like, bro, my name is in the title. You're gonna remember my name, and he did that.
Yeah. Okay. I respect that. I was gonna go with mine and say like I didn't think that it was close, but when you really look at it, yeah, I get your point. That's a good choice. That is a really good choice, Starman. What you think of my pick?
Jinwoo?
No.
Oh.
Brian?
No. Close, but no.
No.
Mao Mao?
Dr. Elise?
Is it Dr. Elise?
I win.
Dr. Elise.
I win. No, I did not. No, Starman said it. I picked Xiao Mao as my main protagonist. I think at the end of the day, what really sells Xiao Mao is
is it Mao or Xiao Mao? Was it both?
Mao Mao.
It's Mao Mao, but if you want to say it in the Chinese way, in the Mandarin way, it is Xiao Mao.
Oh,
so I literally I gave her full government Xiao Mao.
Oh, I learned something new. Thank you.
Yeah, so I picked Xiao Mao for it. I mean, at the end of the day, I thought she was a great protagonist for the simple fact that like she gave me everything that I wanted based off of the series. She was very unserious, especially with Jinshi. I thought that like those pieces were always hilarious every time they had those interactions. But at the same time, we all can see that Jinshi has feelings for her, but she separates the relationship she has with Jinshi on a personal level to the one that she has professionally, and understands like her role in the entire universe that is the palace, and how she can use Jinshi from that perspective. But then over the course of her using her, and then vice versa, because we know Jinshi is using her as well, like they coexist from that standpoint, and they balance that really well. Xiao Mao is literally a genius. She was born from a man that is a tactical genius in Lacan, and she has a way of balancing the life that she lived with her adoptive father, the actual apothecary whose name I'm forgetting, and being able to, like, when she's going through and deciphering these mysteries and trying to figure out these clues, she understands where she puts the pieces together and she's able to come up with an answer. But she understands that the answer that she comes up with, because of her position and because of what she has availability to, is purely conjecture. And it's tough to go off of a definitive conclusion when you speak in conjecture. And so the fact that, like, all of her guesstimated hunches end up coming to fruition, is a credit to the understanding that she has, where she doesn't have all the resources that she could have that would make her even more special available to her, and yet she manages every single time to succeed and succeed and succeed. I think the finale, with her being able to reunite her father and her mother, even though her mother's on the brink of death because of late term syphilis, just being able to reunite that love and understand and put those pieces together, is one of the greatest mystery successes I've seen in anime. And I will readily admit I haven't seen very many mystery anime to that degree, but just off the ones that I have seen, I thought that that was a wonderful success. And that is 1000% a credit to her. And then just the way that she's evil as well, from that perspective, she has a really sinister feeling about the woman who basically duped her, where she's successful through all these points throughout the season. One woman duped her and the palace and was able to escape because of the principle of a resurrection drug, and just her wanting to low-key get revenge on her, because how dare this woman get by me on this, you know? Like, there's something to that, and just like I said, the sinister look and feel that she has with it, it's really enticing and really engrossing as a viewer to watch her want to accomplish that next level, that next aim for her from that piece. So I thoroughly enjoyed Mau at every single juncture of Apothecaries this season and last as well.
Bro, you want to see some nightmare fuel? Google death by syphilis, bro.
No, I'm good. I'm good, fam. I believe you. That's like
nightmare fuel, bro. It's
that's like Googling blue waffle. I'm good, fam.
Yeah, no, we're not doing
I'm
that.
good. I'm good, fool. Listeners, don't Google either of those things, please.
No.
Definitely Google it. You won't see any like genitals or nothing nasty like that, but you will see the effects of it. Like, you see her mom, like her face was disfigured.
Yeah.
And she had like the lumps on it and the scales and stuff. That's a real fucking thing.
Well, I mean, what's his face? Al Capone died of late term syphilis.
Wow, and that's crazy for the 20th century. But anyway, Matt, what you got?
Laos from Delicious Dungeon want to save his sister, and they had survival techniques like, what if we just, instead of buying money on food, what if we ate people to save his sister? And he's not on an empty stomach. So there you go. He had a goal in mind. He was ambitious about it, and he was determined no matter what it took to go save his sister. Even meant that he was going to die in the end.
Okay.
So there we go. That was baby.
I love how you and me, Starman, were the two serious ones, and these two goofs over here had the unserious.
Wait, I'm serious. Just because my main character isn't a good guy doesn't mean that she's not a protagonist. Protagonist doesn't mean the good character.
I'm giving you shit. I'm not devaluing your pick. I'm just giving you shit. You guys shit.
But mine was still serious.
Oh, that was pretty serious. Devil Food Cake, best antagonist.
I already said it's Tokyo Tsukishiro from Classroom of the Elite Season 3. Dude fucking kicked a girl who he's an asshole. Fuck him. gotta make Ayana Koji's life so much harder than it needed to be.
He gave no fucks.
He gave no fucks.
What do you got, Starman?
Man. Magic Baser from Gushing Over Magical Girls.
Wait, her antagonist?
Best antagonist, bro. She was a whole fucking villain. Did you see how she vibed?
Yeah, she's still the protagonist. She's the main character. The story focuses on her.
Who was the bad guy? They were the bad guys. The magical girls, like the magical trio, they were the good girls. They were the good guys. They had colors.
Yeah, but they're not the protagonists. Bro, They're side characters.
Assaulted them.
Yeah, so
What you mean? So ain't no.
This is literally like is Aaron a protagonist or antagonist debate right here? This is literally the Aaron Yeager.
if you want to
Bro.
say anyone in the show is the antagonist, it's the fucking mascot character who made her the antagonist.
Girls that were on her side before they joined her side. She put them in a doll house and they could not leave until
They fuck. Yeah, I know. That's a great episode. Episode 7, everyone.
bro. Like this is a female Epstein, bro. You just can't do that. Bro, we're trying to get one of our
no!
on some this same, but she had a straight up.
But to be fair, those girls did kill people. It's not like they were. It's not like. Huh? You sort of cut out there.
She spanked, bro. She had a whip and she spanked them. Like she almost made Magic Azure switch sides.
Yeah, and then due to her own like view of magical girls, she said, "Fuck you! No, you're a magical girl. Don't
Yeah, you're the
try
good.
to ruin this for me.
You're the good guy. You have to save the people. I'm gonna come in here and be the bad guy and fuck you up, and I'm gonna push you to your limit so you can be the best magical girl you can be. But in order for you to be the best magical girl you can be, I have to be the best villain I can be, bro. Magic Baser was a whole villain, bro. She was.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean she's the antagonist.
She was
Magia Trajan. She was Azure and all the other girls' antagonists, sure, but not the show's antagonist.
She was still the bad guy.
Yes, she was the bad guy, but she's the protagonist bad guy.
I mean,
stories have bad protagonists.
Character, but she was still the bad guy.
Yes, she was the bad guy. No doubts, but she was not the antagonist.
She was the antagonist. She antagonized the shit out of the Magic Trio.
Yeah.
Like,
sure, if you want to go by that, but like in terms of the show gushing over the magical girls, Baser is the main character. She is so she's the protagonist.
Yeager was the main character, but he was a motherfucking villain.
Yeah, of course. Just because you're a protagonist doesn't mean you have to be a good guy.
Magic Baser was a villain. Eyes Own Goon is a fucking villain. Let's not get
he's an asshole. He's a monster.
Character. He is the villain.
Yeah.
He committed genocide on the last season.
Yeah, he made us sit through season 2. We did not need
I got it. We're good.
All I'm saying is, like, it's not like Anna Koji is an asshole, but he's still the main character. He's not a bad guy because he hasn't really crossed that line. Even though he said something like, "Hey, whenever you get let down or she gets to her lowest form, I want to be there so I can fucking kill her to death." And I'm like, "Damn, bro,
but it's Ayana Koji is, putting it lightly, like Yagami from Death Note without the murder book.
Light was a villain.
Yeah, but Ayana Koji's still a fucked up person, but that's due to how he was born and raised.
Like Magic Baser is like Yagami. It's like they were the main character and the focus of the show, but by the standards on the show, if you lived in that world and you went outside and saw them doing what they were doing, they were the bad guy.
Yes, but we're not in their world. We are a third person. We're a third party viewer watching this whole thing. She's the protagonist, but she's still a villain. She's still a villain.
Bro, you just can't force. You can't sexually assault people and be a good guy. I don't
but she's not the good guy. This is my point. She's not the good guy. She's a villain, but she's still the protagonist.
She's a villain.
Yeah, a villain protagonist. We've had those before.
But she's still an antagonist.
Eren Yeager is a good example.
I mean, she was an antagonist, though. I mean, I'm not disagreeing with your point about her being a protagonist to you, but to me, she was the best antagonist. Because all the villains on all the anime I watched, nobody was worse than Magic Baser. Magic Baser was just she crossed lines that nobody.
Not even the character of a healer.
Like, but she was the worst, but I loved her for it. Because only she could do that.
Yeah.
Like,
so Chris has boxed around with me, has boxed around with Starman. Matt, you think Chris's arms are too short to box with God with you?
Let's go. I'll make you fear for your life. Let's go.
Vinland Saga season 2 is still ass. Where's Thorkel?
Nigga, Pink Diamond was the villain. But I'm not.
No, I'm bullshitting. I'm fucking around. I'm fucking around. I gotta throw that back. I gotta throw that back.
You're next, Matt. You gotta be.
I gotta be. No, I put it. I forced them to watch Fire Hunter. We're good.
Oh yeah, that's fucking right. Fuck you.
All right, if it was your antagonist,
This is great. This is the best interaction I've ever seen with Chris.
yeah, this is the best and worst show ever.
I'm not
This is
even
fucking
drunk.
fabulous.
It is the best thing.
I literally just had a half a bag of virtual popcorn watching you two fucking go back and forth. It was fucking magical. Ideally, I wanted to give antagonist to Siri, but Matt would not allow me because I fucking hate Siri. I want her to fucking die.
She's not a villain.
Die. I want her to fucking die.
From
Siri from Freeing.
What the fuck is Siri?
The other elf.
Siri.
The one that failed everyone.
Oh.
Yeah, fuck her. And her mother. And her grandmother. Bitch. Anyway, I didn't give it to though because fucking Matt wouldn't let me. So I gave it.
She's not a villain.
I would have given it if you said Sense, because Sense is a bitch for going into that dungeon. She didn't need to. She did that just to make everyone's lives hell.
Yeah. That's true. That's fair. No, Chris, you're the only other person I watched this show. I tried, frankly, I didn't really have any real antagonists at all. Really. I mean, I guess Starman, do the 13 dragons count as antagonists for Ragnar?
Yes.
I think I'm right.
I don't know.
The dragons thought they were good guys because they thought they were doing the work of God, but in the real world, we live in,
I should get. You know what? No, you're right. Thank you for convincing me. Thank you. I had originally, Chris, you don't only watch the show. I had it as Van from fucking.
I originally had it as Van too, and then I thought, man, that fucking one dude is just a huge piece of shit. But yeah, Van was my original pick.
I'm like, man, do I give it to Van or do I give it to Ultimatia? I don't even know. I'll stick with my original pick. I'll stick with Van. Because when you think about it, Starman, Ultimatia, in essence, was just a copy of, like, what's her name? Cecilia or some shit?
So many others. She was
just what's it called? A disillusioned version of that.
Yeah, she wasn't like evil. She wasn't evil.
Well, yeah, she wasn't inherently evil. Like Walter Kami and her getting a warped disillusionment of the church. Really,
dragons were, bro. Crimson was more evil than any of those dragons.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Probably. Yeah.
Hey, you guys want to help fight against the dragons? Here, take these guns. You might die, but who cares? You're gonna help kill the dragon.
Yeah, don't you want to help me? Yes, for Crimson. I died for Crimson.
Hey, we need to just sacrifice some. We need to damn make a philosopher stone.
She wiped out an entire fucking metropolis. So, I mean, that counts for something too.
But hey, Crimson was the real villain, bro. Now that I'm thinking about it.
I told you at the beginning. I was like, who likes Crimson? She's a bitch. But no, I chose Van at the end of the day. Chris, the only one who did watch Banished Hero Season 2. At the end of the day, really what sells Van as the antagonist of the season, for me at least, is just the fact that he's supposed to be the hero. He is somewhat self-anointed, but somewhat also he did receive the hero's blessing. And as the hero, you guys know what a prototypical hero is. They're supposed to be virtuous, kind, understanding, benevolent, somewhat fearful of their own power and understand the limitations of them in their existence. Van chose to ignore all of that. He claimed himself to be the hero and sent thousands of men to die for him. And when they were asked, Van, you're the hero, these men died, would you eulogize them in some capacity or acknowledge them? He's like, no, they did what they were supposed to. They were born to die for me. That's what they're supposed to do. Just fucking die. Like, if you're not dying for me in this battle, then what are you doing? You're worthless. You should just kill yourself rather than fucking do anything else with your life. So he was pretty much a prick. He got to the point where people were rejecting his sense of justice, and he tried to fucking mind control them. What hero do you know tries to mind control the masses? That's not a fucking hero. Lelouch. You bastard. That's true.
He did nothing wrong with that. In that case, I thought you were gonna give it to the.
You fucking asked. I'm just saying that's my dog, but
I like Lelouch too. It's on my wrist. I get it. I get it.
Going
No.
with that, I thought you would have given it to that one hero from Tsukimichi, the one who made himself like a typical edgy protagonist.
Oh, that fucking dude. He's just a douchebag. He hasn't
Yeah.
done anything that's so insanely fucking bad. Like Van. Like Van just had a blatant disregard for like fucking humanity as the hero of this entire world. Like it's so fucked up. Like he ended up making it a single-minded mission to go kill the real hero, Rudy. And Rudy Van was just an idiot, a dick. And he was my clear protagonist until I had this conversation just now. Or sorry, antagonist until I had this conversation now. Like, damn, should I give it to Ultimatia? Should I give it to fucking Crimson? Like, I guess they fit too. So, but I'll stick with Van. Long story short.
Look, guys, I can fix her. Damn it! I can fix this
Matt.
murderer.
He's not an antagonist.
Saying here like
I can
to go.
I'm saying, fucking you, Bell, man.
She's not an antagonist.
I'm kidding. I didn't have an
Oh, I'm like, Matt, what are you on?
I really wanted Latkid, but no, he's not a fucking antagonist. So I was annoyed
No,
at
he's
that.
not. Yeah, you would think it would have been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So by default, I gave it to Sake Nagari from Class from the Elites.
Who?
I-
The silver hair.
The girl with the cane.
Oh, you gave it to her?
I really had nobody.
I thought you would have also given it to the dick of a fucking.
If I saw him more, yeah. Or the student council president, the new one, that fucking dickhead.
I mean, I've never seen the show, and just the principle of you kicking a cane from a crippled girl, I think that makes you pretty fucking bad.
I need more than that. Just fucking push her down the stairs. Like, full force, just push her.
You wanted to see her get Darby Allin.
Yes.
I mean, she did personally make it her mission to get that one dude expelled.
Yeah, and she did.
Because he also kicked the cane.
Fucking gaslighting. Yeah, because she didn't forget. She did not forget.
So good. Now we're gonna see fucking the revenge against the principal since she got her cane kicked in too.
She'll rule the day. All right. Now
that we had that 25-minute segment,
yes. Time for some crepes. Best waifu.
Crepes.
Oh, best waifu.
Yes, best waifu.
I'm gonna have to.
Can you fix her? Yes.
Huh?
Oh God.
Can you fix her?
I'm gonna get the Tenka.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Who?
Someone else believed in her.
Tenka from Chain Soldier.
The teleporting chick from Chain Soldier.
Yes.
Oh. Okay.
Yes.
Dude, her going out of her way to just like before, like while they're fighting, is like, hey, I'm your younger brother's girlfriend. We're gonna get married. I can't wait to call you sister-in-law. She's just so forward. I fucking love that shit. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yes, I'm gonna add on since I also picked Tenka real quick. I'm gonna skip Starman for a second. Let Starman go after me. But no, I also picked Tenka. Realistically speaking, I had Rin from A Sign of Affection for so long because I thought she was like the most wonderful college age girl that you can get. Bubbly, kind, sweet, quirky, gorgeous. But after seeing Tenka, who wouldn't want to wake up and have this beautiful, fine girl staring at you with lustful eyes in the bed and be like, good morning, baby. I can't wait to like be with you. Or, oh, you've had such a long day. Let me relieve you. Or, oh, you can do whatever you want to relieve me. That's fucking wonderful.
That's
I just love the principle of that. You just walk in the bedroom and you just see your significant other there waiting to fucking affectionately embrace you. There's just something about that. And Tenka just gave off those vibes that are just like, mwah, just do fucking really crazy things with that girl. She look actually with it. You can put her in all sorts of crazy ways and she's about it. Yeah, Tenka. Waifu. Go ahead.
Starman, who's your wife?
Me, for the longest I was gonna go with Emma.
Oh God, why?
Emma's hot, bro.
But you like messy bitches, so that
Emma's just hot.
You can fix her, Starman.
She hot, but she too messy. She just too messy. But she's hot though, and I'll take hot and messy, but so ultimately my pick landed on you, Belle.
Yeah.
I can change her.
I have confidence in you.
I can change her. Like, you know what I'm saying? She like 4 eyes and he's still at home. She ain't met me yet. But no. I like you, Belle. It was a lot of the art. It was her confidence. It was her audacity. It was her poise. It was the fact that she's just like she's cocky as shit. She don't give a fuck.
It's the pets.
Like she walked in there and saw the elf girl and was like, "You thought about how you were going to defeat me?" She's like, "Yeah, I thought I was gonna kill you." She's like, "But damn, like respect,
Yeah.
pass, like damn, pass."
Man, it's so easy to cut hair. I don't get what people are complaining about.
Yeah, the way she cut that dude, she was like, "Oh yeah, I just imagined this and."
It's closed. You with scissors, snip, snip, snip,
Yeah,
snip
that
your,
shit was
your
so
fucking
smart.
body.
Everybody was like, "Yo, you just committed justifiable homicide, and we just gonna let it slide." But yeah, man, you Bell, green hair, green eyes.
Matt and Starman seen fucking Ubel cut this person, immediately got a fucking chub.
Yes.
Immediately got word. Rip.
I know that was the armpit man. We got one.
So what are you guys doing? You guys walk in like, "Hey, Ubel," tring, and you get caught in the binding magic that she learned.
Bell is kind of obsessive. You know, if she like you, she like you. But it's just like she a yandere, bro. And you know, I you know,
Yeah,
I
I can dig it, yeah.
this world. Of course, I want a yandere girlfriend. Maybe.
It's fun. It's
Maybe.
a mystery.
Life is always a surprise.
Starman,
Well,
how much gray hair do you have?
I don't know.
I'm sorry, what?
How much gray hair you have?
Gray hair. But
Your ass gonna get some.
what are those?
Fuck around with Ubel, you'll find out.
He's checking now.
Shining face ass nigga boy. Oh my god. Matt, you want to add on to Starman's
Nah, he said, man, it's you, man.
Ubel, man. This man got great taste. Ubel, it's the smile, man. It's the eyes and the smile. That's what did it.
Definitely that grin. Definitely that grin. I love it.
That grin, I love it, man.
Now for the shoe cream, best husbando.
shoe cream?
Cream puff.
Oh man.
Why'd you say
I
shoe
don't-
cream?
That's how they say it. Japanese cream puff. Shoe cream.
Oh, true cream.
Shoe, yeah. Shoe cream.
Oh, they said shoe, like literally like a fucking
No. Shoe
My
cream.
narc-
SHU. Not your ramen ass shoes.
I forgot to actually look up his name, but I'm giving it to Yamada's dad.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I just call him Yamada-san.
Yeah, Mr. Yamada.
But yeah, he's just really chill.
He's a French
Fucking-
chef, so
Yeah.
Play games with me. Oh.
play Monster
Here's
Hunter.
my
Also play
friend
Monster
Cole.
Hunter.
Yeah.
Play up and fuck my daughter so I can play Monster Hunter afterwards.
Take a seat. Take a seat, Ethan. Have a seat. Why don't you take a seat? Take a seat right
Yeah,
over
that's
there.
You sit on the floor?
What are you doing here?
Oh god. Okay.
All right. John, man, who are your husbando?
Man, it's Suomi from Signs of Affection.
All
Like,
right.
well, he's bro. If I had a daughter, and you know what I'm saying, like I want her to date like rest Iswami. It's like, bro, you need to find a man like Iswami. He educated, he's smart, he driven, he ambitious, he kind, he gentle, he's strong, and he can hold his liquor. I mean, shit, like jackpot, man. That he got it. He a Japanese me, so I fuck with it.
I'm not gonna say that, but I also think Itsuomi.
I say
Itsuomi,
Itsuomi.
yeah, Itsuomi is just so perfect. He's perfect.
He's just a nice guy. So
Yeah, man, he's a very kind guy, man. He's,
Ade.
patience. So all right, so we're all unanimous with that except for Chris.
Yep.
All right. For this next one, originally it was just best duo, but we're officially adding group into the mix for those that don't have a duo. Since if you don't have a certain duo, you got a group now. So we officially add them together. This will be for the melon pan, so the melon bread. So Chris, best duo or group?
It's got to be the Hell Horde from Tis Time for Torture Princess. All the characters that torture the princess is just they work so well together. From torture to little Mao Mao, the Demon King's daughter. She's super adorable. They just all mix and match and blend well together when especially when they interact with the princess.
Okay. We got Starman.
Oh man. Originally when I was gonna go with duo, it was I thought about it. It was Andy and Fuko from Undead Unluck. You know, I was like, man, they were a good duo. But then when I thought about groups, I was just like, man, this group, they were a party. And they weren't a party the whole season. They were a party for a specific purpose. And just seeing them on screen together for those few episodes, I'm talking about none other than Sunraku, Arthur Penslagon, and Siger Zero. They were a fantastic group, and like it just had to be them because when they had to go and fight, like I don't know, when they just had the ultimate fight against the Weatherman.
You have the wrong person. Tiger Zero is the chick who likes Sunraku.
Oh yeah. Cyrus Zero is one of like Rocco. Okay, I'm talking
Riding the
about
Crimson or
No,
Shangri-La?
Shangri-La.
Okay.
Shangri-La.
talking about Katsu.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Akito. I'm talking about Akito. Yeah, Akito. Yeah, Akito, Arthur Pentagon, and Sunraku. That was the party. That was my favorite party. Like they got down. They came up with a plan to like defeat this monster and this boss in the game that nobody has defeated yet. And they defeated him first. And it changed the whole game. But the way they had to do it, they had to beat his horse form. They had to like beat his final form. So everybody had to play their role and play support. And the thing about this boss is no matter how your level is, you get capped at 50. So if you're level 100, they bring you down to 50. And if you haven't reached level 50 yet, you can't even fight them. So I thought it was fantastic. I thought it was just fantastic group. That's my favorite group.
Okay. Ethan?
I feel like there was no other choice for supporting duo or sorry best duo group. No choice but Godot and Asaf. I thought it was clear and concise from that perspective. Like literally.
Oh no, bro, that is a legit strong duo. I would not even argue that.
Yeah, bro. Godot and Asaf was
Yeah,
the premier duo of the season in any show that I watched. I mean, just literally, they are literally the combination. Asaf, the mage, with all of his magic. Godot being the fucking fighting force, and then when all else fails, they pull out the trump card. Find the witch. You found her. Make out with her. You did it. All right, go fucking fuck up the world with this incredible, unseen, unknown, unparalleled power. And then fucking when you're done, I'm gonna beat your ass because of the fact that I hate that I'm attached to you. So yeah, for me it was an easy. This is probably one of the easiest awards I could give once I picked up Witch and Beast again. No doubt in my head it was Asaf and fucking Godot.
Nice. I did Lau's group from Blessings in Dungeon. They all had certain strengths and they all helped each other out for their own weaknesses. They were a consistent group and they had good plans with everything. And even from just in terms of killing and cooking this shit, or teamwork against the dragon, or just whatever just stood in their way, they had each other's backs. So, yeah, just shit ton of teamwork. So I loved it for that. Otherwise, I would have picked Gideo and Ash if that was my next choice. But I had to give it to the dungeon party.
Hi.
All right, the strawberry shortcake best couple.
Yeah, I gotta give it to Kyotaro and Anna.
All right.
Throughout the seasons we saw them, they built up their bond. They learned to understand each other. They admitted their flaws to each other and learned to accept it in the end. And I'm gonna go more into it later.
Okay. Starman?
Itsuomi and Yuki.
Okay.
Itsuomi and Yuki were a match made in heaven. Like they both had to like they both had to be patient and kind of realize how they feel and how they're gonna navigate this relationship. Itsuomi knows that Yuki is like protected. She's sheltered. So he has to tread real carefully. But Yuki wants to jump out the window and just go all in, but she knows it'll probably scare him and push him away if she does too much too fast. So I really like how they demonstrated the importance of pacing when you really like somebody, trying to act like you don't really like them that much, so you don't do too much too fast. You ain't too eager to please, because that's a real thing. You know what I'm saying? So I really like how both of them were just able to successfully pace themselves and make the relationship feel real. It felt like, oh damn, this is how real people in relationships would really behave. This didn't feel like no anime couple for the sake of an anime. It felt real.
Okay. Even?
A couple. Ichikawa and Yamada. I really wanted to give it to Itsuomi and Yuki, but again, as I said previously with Signs of Affection, there's just something about that relationship. For all the good points that Starman made, I don't know, it just didn't register the same. And I'm sure I'm going to relay a lot of Chris's points when we get to where it is in our top. I assume it'll be on most of our top fives. I'm not going to guesstimate where, but I feel like, just the quality of that is going to necessitate very strong opinions and reviews on that piece when we get to it. So I'll get to it more or piggyback off what y'all say when we get to it.
I also gave it to Ichikawa and Yamada. I got what I wanted to make them stand out as a couple, and I always like the chase. The chase is always good, like that build up of it. Then you get in the payoff when it was worth it, and this was a very successful payoff to send it home. So I was just legitimately happy about it. So
Cody who?
What?
Cody who?
Cody who? Cody Rhodes, baby.
Cody who?
Cody who?
Cody who?
Now we go to the Mitarashi Dango for Best Supporting Girls.
Thank you.
Supporting girl, I gave it to Nay from Chain Soldier.
Which one?
The little girl with the pink hair who was basically a radar.
Oh, okay. Well, really interesting. Okay.
Yeah. She didn't do much in terms of the story, but when it came to like helping Yuki fit into his place in the
This all girls area.
this all girls dorm, she played her part.
Okay, that's sweet. All right, I like it.
And they didn't loot her, which is great.
Yes, that is good.
Which is my only fault for fucking gushing over magical girls. They looted fucking Narrow Alice for one scene, but she didn't have the body of a child. But it still counts. But yeah, that's my pick.
All right, nice. Starman.
Best supporting girl.
Yep.
Naomi from Metallic Rouge. I love Naomi. Naomi was cool. She felt her purpose. She felt her purpose. It was cool seeing that shit premiered, and I got to do 29 Days of Black anime characters, and I got to celebrate her. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
I was gonna ask, like, no disrespect, like, how much her being black mattered in that.
I like to see it, bro. I don't get to see color girls in anime much. So yeah, her being the first one, I was like, oh, she's Eve in real fucking space, nigga. Like, oh shit, first woman, first space woman, black woman. Hell yeah, black power. Yeah, I was fucking with that. Yeah, man, Naomi.
All right, Evan.
Did you pick Fern last season?
Who?
You, Fern.
No, she was a main girl. Yeah.
Oh, I picked Fern as the supporting girl.
Okay.
I know she's a main character, but I mean, she literally supports the mainest character of the bunch, Freehan. When you really look at it, so I chose Fern as my supporting girl just because, fucking yeah, she's just incredible. She is literally the glue to that party. Without her, that party would never be anywhere where it is now. Without Fern, but just being as amazing as she is. If I wasn't choosing Fern and I had to pick another girl, I would probably pick Rin from A Sign of Affection. But I'm going with Fern.
I had Ren for a while, and I actually got rid of her. Horikita from Class of the Elite. She has grown so much as a character. Like, she actually showed that she was going to be that actual leader for that class, changing herself. We get to see how she actually is instead of just trying to be in her brother's shadow or in his footsteps, be in her own.
She cut her hair.
That too. She cut her hair. It looked nice, but no, she finally took charge, especially for that classroom. And I liked seeing all that. I liked that progression from her. So just being this Edgelord saying "fuck off" or "I cut you" half the times.
Mm-hmm.
So it was nice. It was refreshing to see from her. So that's why I gave it to Horikita. Now the shaved ice supporting boy.
My original supporting boy was actually I don't remember who my best supporting boy was, but now I'm after remembering how essential he was to the main, or how he supported the main cast, I have to give it to Ano Un from Undead Unluck.
Okay. Good choice.
With basically writing out everything that the heroes needed to do in order to not fucking die and grow in order to somehow change this future, change this world they lived in. There was no one better, and his final scene with Andy was just fucking great.
Backstory was tragic as fuck too.
Yep.
I got Starman.
All right. Peeps.
Wait, you fucking watched that show? I thought I was the only one.
Peeps, man, from Sasuke and Peeps. Peeps was best boy. Peeps was a bird who was the star sage, and Peeps, also known as Federico, was like fucking. I fucking love Peeps, man. Peeps gotta have his Chateaubriand. He gotta eat his fucking filet mignon steak, and Peeps can fuck somebody up if he got to use magic and fuck you up. That little bird ain't to be fucked with, man. But yeah, Chris, I watched Sasuke and Peeps, man. I really enjoyed it. Sasuke,
yeah, it was great.
Yeah, it was a really fun show. Like Sasuke and Peeps was a fun show. It ended in a way where it was like, okay, so season 2 is coming, right?
Yeah.
But there was so much potential behind it. It was just so much fun. But Peeps, I love that little bird, man.
It was everything I wanted from saving 80,000 yen in another world. Don't watch it. It's not great.
Yeah, Sasuke and Peeps.
Ethan?
Best supporting boy?
Yep.
I thought for me, this was no question in the season. Another one for me, it's Mizusawa from what's it called? Bottom Tier Tomozaki season 2. Mizusawa is one of the direct reasons why Tomozaki grows. Yeah, Tomozaki grows because of himself and because of Aoi and because of all the other characters. But I think from a male perspective, he doesn't have nearly as many male friends as he does female friends. Mizusawa being in essence his closest male friend definitely helps him. Like when all else fails, when he's like hit a wall, he'll reach out to Mizusawa, and Mizusawa will give him, for the most part, pretty decent advice, or at least advice that he can follow parallel to what he's thinking and be able to come up with a solution on his own using whatever thoughts Mizusawa comes up with. Mizusawa is a really supportive and really integral character to Tomozaki's growth as an MC. So I thought, quite frankly, there was really nobody that I watched this season really from a male perspective that really, stood out more than Mizusawa, in my humble opinion.
Oh, that's right. I remember who I had as supporting beforehand. It was Senshi. Not that it matters now.
Duncan from Friggin. He supported his team. He's willing to do anything he can, even resorting to fisticuffs. He would, no magic or no magic, he will fight for his team. Fuck it.
I'm out of magic, but I'm not out of options.
Yeah, exactly. He was ready.
He's a good old man.
Any fucking situation, he was ready, and he was the one that suggested, let's work together. Even they all ignore the motherfucker. Well, I fucking told you so. Nah, man, it fucking that kid. And I'm very happy he passed, so now he can go visit his wife's grave after being the first class mage. But no,
I hope we get it. I really hope we get another season because we get to see more of him.
I know. We get to see more of most of these people, basically. So,
yeah.
So I love it. All right, the cupcake Best girl.
I'm giving it to Yuki from Signs of Perfection.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah. I to be fair, she would have won best waifu if I didn't like most of
You knew
Signs of
sign
Perfection.
language?
No. I would have totally been into that. The way she reacted, like every time Itsuomi, like when she first got his number, the way she reacted was so fucking adorable. I would have like fucking yes, you're best girl no matter what. Uh, I just didn't like a lot of Signs of Perfection, which I'll go into later.
Okay. Starman.
Best girl.
Is it someone from Gushing?
Nah.
I'm surprised that they got it from Chris. That's why I said wow.
Thalia, the Silverine Princess.
That makes sense.
Wagner
We've been
Princess.
talking
You knew I was gonna choose Thalia.
you talked about her all season.
Bro, I love Starlia. Like Starlia, like no arms, bro. Born with no arms to a royal family. They're like, man, we got this daughter with we got a whole paraplegic. We our daughter ain't got no arms. What the fuck? Like, and she had to forgive my language, but she had to scrape and claw for every ounce that she got, despite not having no arms. She scraped and clawed her way to power. She built an army. And I thought the most swoon worthy moment was when she met Ragnar. And she completely geeked and fangirl, like, oh my god, he's so hot. He's so hot. She couldn't think straight. You notice after she met him, she kept her eyes closed. She couldn't look at him. She's like, yo, I cannot look at him. I'm gonna lose my.
He fell in love with a whole ass sword.
Yeah, like when she looks at him, she sees
You want to feel the sword in her, bro. I get it.
Silver ass sword.
You wanted some Silverine inside, and not the one that came from her power.
She and then like knowing her fate, like what happened to her is how much she supported, what she went through. She died, came back, wasn't, you know what I'm saying? It's like she went through so much. I was just like, nah, man, you the best girl, because you were. I didn't know how essential you were to the plot, because initially when they brought her, I was like, okay, so y'all just got this pretty Sundari chick. What the fuck she finna do? Why is she here? That was my initial reaction. Was like, yo, why is she here? What's up with this army shit? Go fight these dragons. And
She fought the dragons.
The way she was able to build up and become like central to the entire plot, only a princess could do that, man. And despite it all, she just everything I like about Noelle from Black Clover, she embodied. You know what I'm saying? Like stuck up, powerful. You know what I'm saying? Empowering, pushes the person she loves to higher heights. You know, I like a good tsundere. You know, she gave me straight Tosaka vibe. So yeah, man.
I don't like that type of tsundere. There's levels of tsundere. I don't like that level.
I mean, bro, it started with Tosaka, so she was just like Tosaka, like cocky, but cute.
You have to admit though, and that brings up a good point I didn't think of for supporting girl. Her maid, the one that basically convinced her from being like some like fucking animal, like carrying up shit in her room.
Her maid was a fucking spy. That was her job. The church sent her to like win.
Yeah, but you know, if it wasn't for that though, she still cultivated her for her job, but she still shaped her into the woman that she was. She helped cultivate that power. And then at the end, she ended up growing to appreciate and respect her and not look at her as just an object for her job, but rather someone that, like, you know, she admired herself in a way from that perspective. So I probably would have given it to her maid or her servant, whatever the fuck she was.
Oh, we're here. Who's your pick?
My pick for best girl?
Yeah.
Fuck you, Chris. I chose Elise. I chose Elise as my best girl. Because she literally saved people. Bro, she saved the king from diabetes, from fucking cancer. She saved the king from cancer. She saved how many hundreds of people over the course of the season by
I have
treating them
nothing
in proper
against the
triage.
character, just the situation she is in, and the fact that she can easily figure out most problems with just a single look. But that's fine. That's fine. She doesn't have to have any struggles. She doesn't have to grow as a character. She did that all off screen.
But then she also, bro, like, she has the power. Like, she is a princess. She is literally, she's got all the world.
She's the noble's kid.
She's the Noble's kid, but she chose rather than just be the stuck-up Noble's kid that has everything.
But that's what she was at first. She was that suck-up bitch, and then
she
got
learned. She learned. She overcame that. She understood that there was more than just being a
didn't get to
cunt.
see any of it. We only saw like, oh hey, this is what happened before I died in tragic. I can't say that. In a tragic plane accident.
She got plane cooned. I get it. But no, to me, just the principle of you saving that many lives. I understand like the backdrop of everything, but still, the ability to literally save the king's life twice and save countless other people in the series through sheer will and determination, and just there's something about that that's so endearing and powerful. Like, yeah, the other girls, like, they have their cute abilities. There's some of the girls that you guys will mention or have mentioned, have contributed greatly to the story, to the series. But the principle of like being an actual surgical doctor and having life in the palm of your hand, and one integral mistake or one misunderstanding ends a literal human life, and she does it every single time flawlessly. Even when her back is against the wall, she fucking figures it the fuck out and she succeeds. That's fucking great. So for me, I didn't really look at any of the other girls from that perspective of just being able to, handle that weight of handling literal life in your hand and doing the best of it for somebody else. That's fucking stupendous. So, Elise.
Dr. Elise, okay.
Marcel from the Listening Dungeon. I fucking love that elf girl, man.
I knew it was Marcel.
No, look, best reactions. She was the glue of the team, fucking doing dark elf magic with the witchcraft and shit, trying to resurrect Lao's sister, everything. And no, she was just a great character. She was just so much fun to watch. So I got a kick out of it. So yeah, I gave Dungeon too much shit. So too many awards.
That's fine. Better than giving it to Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2 Part 1.
Yep. Yeah, I'm not Crunchyroll. We actually have awards. So we have varieties.
Yeah.
Now let's just go. Best boy. That one is going to be.
Do another coffee. What kind of coffee we feeling, Starman?
Let's go for nice chai.
I love chai. Chai is my favorite.
Okay.
So chai, best boy.
I'm giving it to Laos.
All right. Awesome. I love it.
I'm
giving it to Ragnar.
Okay, yeah.
Ragnar. I mean, for the reasons I listed for him being best protagonist, man. Ragnar was best boy. He put it all on the line. Like, that's my dog. I fuck with him.
Chris, you want to make a point about your pick?
I guess said too much about it.
Yeah, you said too much.
Okay, fair enough. I gave the double combo Wapo. I gave Isomi best husbando and best boy. He was perfect. Isomi is just so damn perfect. We talked about how perfect he is. He's perfect.
I give it to Ichikawa and Dangerous. I like this growth, like actually understanding like his own insecurities, like overcoming them, especially during the graduation speech. And after that, it was just a build from him from there. This admitting to his feelings, talking to Yamada's dad, the actual confession, this everything about Ichikawa, just the slow progression, and he just grew more and more and more. And that made me want to root for him, and that's what I did. I was rooting for, like, all right, you got this. Like, it's okay, it's all right, you got it, no problem, type of things. So yeah, this growth as a character was why I liked him. That's why I told it.
I should have given it to Yuki just because he's got 4 girls that he gets to do crazy shit with. 3 girls he gets to do crazy shit with.
I was saying that. Hold on, stop.
Yeah, I was gonna say let me back up. No, he can't do anything with the little girl, but should have given it to Yuki on principle. No, Ragnar's a good choice too, though, Sean. I'm not gonna lie, that's a good choice.
All right, our last award, the cheesecake, and that is best animation. Chris,
I give it to Undead Unlock.
Okay, how quick? No, look.
The reason why it mostly takes a little bit is because I gotta scroll through where on my list because it's not ordered. But animation's right at the top. I give it to Unlock because the way that most of the fight scenes are animated, along with all of the character interactions, is done really well. Like with specifically with Andy, whenever he cuts off his fingers or his arm, the way the blood and his body moves whenever they with the animations, it's just done so well. I had to go to that.
Starman?
All right, mine is gonna go to Shangri-La Frontier. Man, Shangri-La Frontier was done by the same studio that does Tsukimichi. And honestly, I don't see too many other shows from them. But it's from Studio C2C. And it's like, oh, okay. It's not even a big name studio. But they came out the gate swinging, man, under Toshiyuki Kabuka, under his direction, like they really like just swung for the fence. He also did one of my favorites one a few years ago, Wandering Witch, Journey of Elisa. I thought that was a pretty good show. But nah, Shangri-La Frontier, animation wise, it was just phenomenal. Like when they had to fight the Weatherman, the Tomb Guard, that fight was peak. But everything that Sunraku had to do, he fought. They mixed in CG, they mixed in 2D animation. I love how every fight it was critical. Like I don't mean critical, I mean he's getting critical hits, and you see critical run and flash across the screen. I thought that was always dope and on point. You felt like you were in a video game. Certain elements they mixed 2D with 3D. I mean, not 2D, 3D, but they use first person, third person. Like they changed the animation, the screen, the angles, the colors, the graphics. Not to mention, it was just bright and vivid. Me watching it in HD, it was a treat every week. So yeah, man, Shangri-La Frontier to me was like the best animated show I've seen, man. It visually there was nothing like it.
Nice.
True.
Ethan?
For all the reasons why you called it the best visuals, Matt, I'm calling Signs of Affection the best animation for me.
Okay.
I was one of those people, to Starman's point, that really felt a certain type of way about the lips at first, but then once he explained to me and once I saw it in person, where like the lips are accentuated specifically because of the lip reading aspects, that makes total sense from that piece. There's just something when it comes to anime, there's just something about eyes. Seeing eyes really accentuates real depth to the character. Something so simple as like beautifully drawn eyes gives you a lot of things to a show. It gives you emotion, it gives you depth, it gives you understanding, it gives you feeling just by and in real life as well. When you look somebody in the eyes, you can find out a lot about a person in real life, looking at them in the eyes and talking to them or just observing them with eye contact. And there's just something about the way, again, Yuki looks at Itsuomi and vice versa. It's just truly spectacular. There's a sparkle in many of the characters' eyes when they're going through their glowing moments that really is just, it strikes you. It's visually striking. And as a whole, the show in general is visually striking. To your point that you made about the sakura tree scene, that was I'm sorry, not the sakura, the wisteria. It was the wisteria scene. The wisteria scene, gorgeous. Them under sakuras at times, gorgeous. The mountain scenes being out there, gorgeous. And just to Starman's points that he makes very often about visuals and animation, when it comes to brightness and I love things that are vivid. Anything to me, like when I see a show that's visually the most appealing, is through vivacity, and I'd live to be able to feel that warmth or feel that coolness from that perspective. Like when you have shows that are on the darker edges and you go off your cool colors, your blues, your purples, things like that, versus your lavenders and greens and yellows. And in terms of the animation as well, this probably pertains more to visuals, but Starman mentions this very much so when it comes to Rent a Girlfriend and it comes to Japanese style. And Japanese style is accentuated so well in A Sign of Affection. Again, because of the fact that it is an adult-oriented anime, you see people that are on that cusp and that cutting edge of Japanese fashion. But to see it accelerated yeah, Yuki can dress. Itsuomi is always nice. Rin is simplistic but nice. Oshi, even for all his character faults, he dresses simply, and if he dresses like his character fits. Shin is absolutely like marvelous. No Diddy. Like he looks fucking like amazing with all his shit, bro. Like
I'm gonna
and
just pause, but keep going.
I did it on purpose just to get a kick, just to get a pop from y'all. But no, what's her face? Emma, the same thing. Fashion, on point, glowing. And even when Emma, especially Emma in particular, go through their emotional scenes, again, going back to the eyes, you feel that. You feel that. You feel that from Shin as well. When Shin, looks at her in this like different way than he does anybody else, and you can feel the emotion perpetuating out of them. Yeah, it's visually encapsulating to see that. So yeah, sign of affection.
For me, animation of the season is Delicious in Dungeon. Studio Trigger did again another great job. I always like Studio Trigger's work, especially with like Cyberpunk from a couple years ago now.
Yeah.
But no, I really loved it. They did it, everything flowed with the character movements, the fight sequences, just even just like the random simple spells or just cooking the food or just anything like that. They just did a top-notch job with Studio Trigger. So I had to give it the Dungeon.
Everything you're telling me about Delicious in Dungeon is basically everything that they didn't put effort into in fucking Metallic Rouge. Is that what we're saying?
Yes. Yes. All right, guys. That is it for the award section for this. We are going to take a quick break as we do our top 10 and our spring watch list really quick. But we're going to take a short break and we'll be back soon. So stay tuned.